Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Crimson Tuesday. It's an art stream tonight. And yeah, I pulled some stuff to show that might be fun for people. Um, Monkey Island related stuff, because I know that was the big news that came out recently was that they're coming out with a new Monkey Island game, which is totally awesome. Yeah. Deluxe Tux is asking, so when Ron was sitting for his portrait, how much did he let on? Good to see you. Yeah, of course, I just was given photographs to work on for the EGA portraits, which I did for the limited run games Monkey Island Anthology. And yeah, I'll be showing some of those tonight. I showed a few last time. I showed the Tim Schafer and I showed the Ron Gilbert, and I can show those ones again. But there's a bunch of other ones I got to do that I'll be showing tonight, and a few maybe other Monkey Island stuff, other monkey stuff, kind of. So we're gonna do that. Cosmic Boy 3, good to see you. This time you're on time. I wasn't on time, as usual. But that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna get some bucket action happening. Some pixely bucket action happening, of course. When that's finished to our satisfaction, we'll move on to continuing our Let's Play of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, EGA version. Why is the corner of my screen? Why is that corner? Okay, good. Oh, and now the camera's off focus. Give me a second. I can fix that too. I must admit, leasing Monkey Island IP is the best thing Disney's done in years. Yeah, it's crazy, super exciting that they did that. SH Don, good to see you. Pascal Luro, oh, you got an email that is Crimson Tuesday. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's Crimson Tuesday. Cosmic Void 3, yes. Yes, Wild Week in Adventure Gaming. Oh, you gained 30 followers in the last 24 hours? Nice, Deluxe Tux. Yeah, and I didn't realize oh no, I got even worse. I didn't even realize that Disney got the Monkey Island IP. Hold on, I gotta fix this. What happened? Oh no, everything is in disarray. Give me a second. Okay, better? Better? Oh no, everything's falling over. 1 second. Go on, Sama, good to see you. David Alexander 82, good to see you as well. Well, I gotta rearrange this, I gotta rearrange my green screen. Give me a second. It's just not doing what I want it to do right now. Okay, let me adjust it. I'm not liking that very much. Okay. Filters. Whew. Okay. What's going on? I'm gonna change the color that it is. Ooh. Okay. Turn it on. Ooh. Bad. Better. Just a little corner. Come on. Oh, it's time for D. Good to see you. So don't worry about apologizing. Don't worry. You're not that late. I'm just fixing my awful chroma key. Behave. Because I know I'll look at it the whole time if it's not doing what I want it to do. Vilkun, good evening. Okay, yeah, Disney owns all of LucasArts since George Lucas cashed in. Didn't realize. Yeah, I do have a light on. I'll turn it up though. Maybe that'll help. Give me 1 second. Every time it's like the first time. There we go. Already better. Okay, wonderful. Sled Studio, good to see you. Grindaslav, hello, good to see you. Yes. Crimson Tuesday, happy Crimson Tuesday. Late as usual. But yeah, we're going to do some art. We're going to show some of the EGA portraits from the Limited Run Games book that I did. That's in the, if anyone was fortunate here to get one, I know a few of you in chat did eventually get the Limited Run Games Monkey Island Anthology. So I'll be showing some portraits from that, working on the Pixel Bucket, and I'll be showing some Monkey Island stuff, because after all, that is the big news. Big exciting news. Signingston, good to see you as well. Oh, Fractal Mind Mike, thank you so much for the resub. Yes, I'm doing well today. Thank you so much for popping in. I love following you on Twitter. I love that limited palette the limited palette you're working with. It's awesome. So thank you for being here. And we're all about the limited palette here. Yes, it's our time, Dave. We're good to see you as well. Eating Way says, new rumor today, Julia reveals that not only did she make the EGA portraits for the Monkey Island box set, she has secretly been working on the new Monkey Island game. Ha! Fractal Mind Mike, thank you again. I'm going to just do a quick shout out for Fractal Mind Mike, who's an amazing streamer. Definitely check out Fractal Mind Mike. Oh, good. So glad to see you too. Yes, positivity, positivity. Absolutely. We're all about the positivity here. And to start off, I'm going to show some fun stuff, I think. Chihuahua, good to see you. Oh, yeah, it might be fun to do an EGA demake of some of the new Monkey Island art. Yeah, when they come up with more Monkey Island screen stuff, I would be more than happy to do an EGA demake. Oh, so Siniston, I love CGA. I love the palette that you're working with. I want to actually do stuff more limited palette than what the Crimson Diamond is right now. Yes, but yeah, welcome to stream. It's Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We either do music or art. Last week was a music stream, and Dan did some aha stings for us. A wonderful variety of aha stings. And I'm Julie Minamata, and I'm making a game. And I'm making everything about it except for the music, which is where Dan comes in. But we're gonna do mostly art tonight, which is what we mostly do when it's not music. But Dev update. I am almost 1/3 of the way through building chapter 5, pretty much. There's one little thing I have to get done before I finish the first third, but that's just kind of building it. I have like an asset list that I've made that I have to do to make that completely art complete and everything complete. But yeah, we're definitely making progress on it, which feels really good. But now I have to get into asset mode and then move on to part 2 or 3 of chapter 5, part 3 or 3 of chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, etc. But no, it's nice to be working on that stuff again, and just finding things that I can add in little bits and pieces that make sense to add, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it this year, maybe. I don't know. Alex Tux is asking, are you finding making the chapters going more smoothly this time? Yeah, I've tried to make a real effort to be better about my documentation for Chapter 5. Chapter 4 was kind of all over the place, which made it really stretch out in terms of how long I was taking with it. But Chapter 5 is going much more smoothly, which is nice. This whole time, as I'm making a game, I'm also learning and teaching myself how to make it, and just coming up with the right ways to organize myself and all that stuff. So I think I am slowly getting better at it. Evil Tentacle, good to see you. Yes, progress indeed. Yes, well, Dale Voice says, what we all want to know is Crimson Diamond scheduled to release the same day as Monkey Island? I hope not. Amberzine, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for the resub. 22-month streak. My gosh, that's fantastic. But yes, in honor of the Monkey Island announcement, I'll share some of my Monkey Island stuff, and then we will run the trailer, and then we'll get into some art. First thing that I want to show, that's on the floor right now because it fell off the table. Fractal Mind Mike, oh wow, thanks for the gift sub to David Alexander 82. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you. Okay, first thing to share is oh well, and also Fractal Mind Mike, thank you for gifting a sub to Slat Studio as well. You're awesome. Thank you. Always Time for Tea says, here's a question. Over the course of developing the game, have you changed your mind story-wise, or do you have your plot already completely laid out? Fractal Mind Mike, again, thank you for gifting the tier 1 sub to Evil Tentacle. Talk about positivity. This is the positivity that we like to see, and just spending time with you guys, chatting about what's going on with game stuff. Oh my gosh. Fractal Mind Mike, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Siningston as well. That's awesome. Yeah, this is wonderful. This is, oh my gosh. And Mousimus. Wow, thank you. Oh my gosh. No, don't apologize for that. My god, Fractal Mind Mike. It's the last thing you need to apologize for. My gosh, thank you. That's amazing. Oh, Yay, Dave! We're 17 months, 17 months of subscribing. Thank you, you guys. Yeah, I owe Dan so many diet colas. And David Alexander, thank you for the 80 for cheering. 82, thank you for cheering with the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you, thank you. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm completely lost my train of thought. I'm gonna catch up on chat first. Oh my gosh, Factomind Mike. Gifting, thank you for gifting this up to Deluxe Tux. No, no, don't be. Are you Canadian with all that apologizing? You're like you're amazing, and you don't need to apologize. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my gosh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's yeah. I like I said, I owe Dan so many Diet Cokes or Coke Zeros or whatever he drinks, because he's the one who said we should start streaming, and I would never have otherwise. If I hadn't been poked into doing it, I never would have, and then I wouldn't have had you guys to hang out with every Crimson Tuesday. So this is I will mention to Dan that it's all his fault, and thank you. And yeah, I'll try to catch up on chat now. Okay. The question: have you changed your mind story-wise, or do you have your plot already completely laid out? Always Time for Tea asks, I have the story completely laid out. I know the main beats of what is happening in the story, but some details do change, like who's going to be in what room when. What they say specifically, I haven't written yet, although I have pretty much the intent of what they're saying. So that stuff is stuff that I kind of work through as I'm building each chapter. The broad strokes, yes, absolutely. I've known for quite some time, probably years, exactly what the broad strokes would be like, but it's just specific details. And yeah, the reason those things change is because as I'm building it, I start thinking, well, it makes sense for this character to be here. It makes sense for this character to feel this way at this time or have this opinion. And so that stuff, and that's what's really exciting about developing the game and discovering that there's certain things that I thought would be one way and that I decided should be another way. That keeps it really fresh and enjoyable to do. So keeping in mind that big picture, but just those little details and polishing those up in a way that is compelling. Either way, thank you for cheering for the 100 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I thought I had I guess I don't have my custom notification for that, so maybe I need something. But thank you guys. Um, yeah, I was actually thinking, to be honest, before I came on streaming, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I was tired. I'm like, I don't know if I got it in me tonight. I don't know, but no, I'm always glad to be on when I get here. I don't know if you guys ever get this thing where, pre-COVID, going to some meetup with friends or something and thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to take me an hour on transit to get there and I don't really feel like it. I'd rather just stay home and just do my own thing. But then when you get out there and you meet up with your friends or something, you're just so glad that you did. That's what I'm like. And so tonight for streaming, that's kind of how I was feeling, because I was thinking I've got all this stuff to do. Um, but it's so worth it every week. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. And Anna CGD, thank you for resubbing with Prime, 13 months. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to just catch up on this stuff real quick, and then I'll do my first show and tell. Some of the stuff you've probably already seen. And Anna says, lurking with Jacob, I'm driving, but I'm glad you have the stream's issues sorted out. I have a new live edge coaster on it. You're sending me a new live edge coaster? Oh my gosh, Anna. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will pull something really quick that Anna has from that has given me a live edge coaster in the past. It's like my favorite thing. But yes, drive safe, Anna. And hi, Jacob. Good to see you. I miss you guys so much, and I hope to see you again. And yeah, the stream issues, the stuff is dialed back. There was an OBS update. I updated it today, and yes, the stuff is still dialed down. So hopefully that's not going to be a problem too much. But sorry, I'm just going to catch up. Diavor, good. See you later. Hopefully. Yes, eating with digging into the world and its characters and getting into it all, and yeah, specifically stuff like exactly what they're gonna say and how they're gonna say it, and the kind of information that they're going to be conveying to the player, and how accessible and easy that information will be. Also, decisions like what's the main line that every player will go through that will progress the game, and also the additional stuff that if you do, you explore a bit more, ask certain questions, do all that other stuff, the extra bonus stuff you can learn about the story that is not essential to completing the game, but hopefully will give this feeling of a rich story that has a lot of detail in it. That you might come upon a few things here and there, even if you're not looking for them. But if you are, you'll notice that for most of the time when the game progresses, each character will generally be doing something new or have a change in their situation, that type of a thing. I really love doing that. And so you'll find that I try to do that as much as possible. Even if it's not necessarily, like I said, the main line of the story, you'll see the characters and what they're doing will be relevant in some small way, but maybe not into the large picture. Oh, Fractal Mod Mike, you've had many of those nights. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's hard because yeah, making a game mostly on mostly on your own or my own, or just if you're working solo for a long time, it can be difficult to have your perspective or feel like what you're doing is worthwhile or any of those things, all those things. So yeah, just being here with you guys and having you being so wonderfully generous and everyone being here supportive just by being here, it's really important. Absolutely. And eating with you, she felt like that before going to a concert. Yeah, every time I have to leave the house, I'm just like, I'd rather not. But yeah, I mean, when by the time you're there, you're like, I'm glad that I did. Oh yes, eating with. I did want to ask you about that. So, just when was that? Saturday. Robot Spacer, who isn't a Twitch streamer, Robo Spacer, we played through the Crimson Diamond demo. I was there in chat to sort of give any hints. Although he did not need hints, he was a pro. But I answer any questions that his chat might have. And Eating with was in chat, so thank you for being there. Eating with asked. Well, no, said that there's some stuff that he noticed from this version of the demo that he'd never seen before. And every time he watches someone play the game on stream, he notices something new. So, what did you notice new from this version of the demo that you hadn't seen before? Jim Makes Games, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, I know, leaving the house. Tell me about it. That's less of a problem nowadays, but we won't get into that. Mm. Oh yes, I was before I show my first Monkey Island show and tell. I wanted to mention Anna is Anna CGG. She is not only co-host of the Classic Gamers Guild podcast, but she does these she does cabinetry and woodwork, and she does the most amazing coasters and cutting boards I've ever seen. And I've got to visit her now a few years ago, like pre-COVID. And I bought some coasters from her, and there are these beautiful live edge coasters. And there's one just out of frame, so I'm just gonna grab it. Okay. So what's wonderful about this is Anna, she takes wood, like she'll reclaim wood, like end cuts or even, stuff that she'll find just on the side of a road or in some wooded area that's kind of already, fallen over or something, and it's just meant to be like for scrap or, just wood pulp or something. And she'll rescue this beautiful wood and she'll repurpose it. So you can see it's got a beautiful shiny finish, moisture and heat resistant resin finish that she polishes. And the edge here, you still get that wonderful character of the bark and all this. And this takes time because, of course, you have to get rid of a lot of moisture in the wood. So she'll have wood, and then they'll have it up in their workshop, and they'll leave it out for months and months and months until all the moisture goes out of it. And then she'll slice it up into these gorgeous sections. And this is one of the coasters that I bought from her. I bought a set of 4 of these coasters. So the fact that she's sending me one and it's on its way, I'm super excited about that. But the best thing is that this is reclaimed and it's not wasted, and I can enjoy this beautiful, unique cross section. And the reason it's not perfectly shiny is because I do have like tea stains on this. I can just wipe this clean though. The best part about this is that this would have gone to waste, and it's a beautiful object now that I can own and enjoy. The second best thing about it is that she has very reasonable prices. So this coaster, what I think she was selling these in a set of 4 for maybe $20 or something. I think they were $4 or $5 each. And even her cutting boards, which are done by end cuts that they just resin together, um, and are gorgeous, they're also very reasonably priced. So what I love about that is that it's accessible. It is an attainable, and it's an attainable luxury, which I think is wonderful. So it's not out of reach for just anybody who wants to enjoy something like this. I think $5 for something like this is like a wonderful bargain, and I really appreciate Anna keeping that within reach of the average person. Oh, Bill Coon says these are really generous thank yous for people who just type sentences at you one at a time. Oh, I don't actually know what you mean, Bill Coon, but I wanted to say it because in case I always like to thank people. Joe is here for you. Good to see you. Aha! So, Joe is here for you. I mentioned how much of a labor of love Clive Barker's Hellraiser was, and how I wasn't even scared because I could just tell how much fun everybody was having. Okay, so let's see. Joe is here for you says, watched Hellraiser last weekend. I was too busy to come to your stream. I was on edge for like the whole thing because of the impending body horror, but I was always curious about it, so I'm glad I watched it. There are some fun effects in it, and good to explore one's horror limits. Yeah, I was always kind of a scaredy cat when it came to horror movies when I was a kid, but I do sometimes watch them from time to time. And if it's something like where it's completely over the top in the way that Hellraiser is, I was kind of okay with it. I think, but like I said, it's just that appreciation of that practical special effect, which is so much more effective than CG can be, especially when it comes to gore and stuff like that, because there's something very visceral about that. I think we would just respond to naturally if it's a practical effect versus something that is computer generated. Ah, Edenway says, I don't recall listening to people having drinks such as Nessa, the lawyer, and Albert after dinner. Maybe I missed that before. That was there since the very earliest iteration of the demo, Edenway. You could always hear those conversations. There's actually two different conversations that they'll have. There's one where it's Nessa, Corvus, and Albert, and then there's one that's just Nessa and Corvus. So yeah, there's a bunch of things. I love the fact that even you who have been, who've been aware of the project for quite a long time, I love the fact that even you will find stuff that you hadn't noticed from, and that's just something that I have not added in on a recent version. That has been there the whole time. So I love it, and that's for me. That's how I'm trying to instill replayability into the Crimson Diamond is just having it be very, I don't want to use dense, but having a lot of different things going on. And so when people play it on and stream it, they'll somebody will find one thing, somebody will find another thing. The game is very linear. It's a narrative games, adventure game, so there's certain limitations, of course, with that format. But I wanted to kind of explore what can be done with the narrative and information based around that very limited tool set. Oh my gosh, Pascal LaRue. You saw Hellraiser when you were 7. My goodness. You came out fine. You came out fine. Joe's here. Says, also, Julia, I think you said you haven't seen The Thing. No, I have not seen The Thing. If you can handle Hellraiser, I think you'll be fine with The Thing, and the practical effects are very much worth it. I think the plot is better than Hellraiser's, to be honest. I'm definitely interested in seeing it, for sure, 100%. Oh no, Jasara520, you saw Hellraiser when you were 10. You like the gore. Just remember growing up, stuff like The Exorcist and The Poltergeist. Those to me, I saw little bits and pieces when I was probably less than 10. I was probably like 7 or 8, but I didn't watch the whole thing of those movies, but I found them pretty scary. Pascal LaRue, yeah, the woodworker is Anna. So Anna CGG, who's co-host of the Classic Gamers Guild podcast, and her husband, they do custom cabinetry. They also do wood finishing. They also, if you've got dinged up cabinets, they can repair those dings and restore them. So they do a lot of different stuff, and it's wonderful. They've got a wonderful business. George here for you. Hellraiser 2. I've not seen any more of the other ones, so I can't really recommend them. But if it's as long as it's practical effects and Clive Barker, even if the story, like the first story, is not that great, probably, but it's not really what I'm watching it for. Not sure you can manage it. Yeah, I mean, you can always turn it off if you're not feeling it. Oh, good. Eating West says, I think this keeps the spirit of Colonel's bequest by getting out of the game what you put into it. I hope so. That is what I'm looking for. And let me get my first show and tell item back again. You wonder how Hellraiser's muscle costume was done, Pascal LaRue? Something I didn't realize until much later was that the cast of Star Trek The Next Generation would be wearing like muscle costumes under those uniforms, the Starfleet uniforms, to kind of give them like form and stuff, better form, which sounds extremely uncomfortable and sweaty. And apparently they couldn't really launder those uniforms and they got really smelly, from what I hear. Golden Drake, good to see you. Welcome back. Do I have any adventure games besides the Crimson Diamond? Of course, you're really looking forward to these days. Well, of course, which brings us to the first item that I'll be showing. Of course, the new Monkey Island game. Ron Gilbert's on it. A lot of people are on it that worked on old LucasArts games, old Monkey Island games in the past, which fantastic, wonderful, wonderful, really promising. Oh my gosh, there seem to be a lot of Hellraiser movies. It's one of those ones where I don't know how many there are, but there's probably like 10 of them, I'm assuming. Blade Runner, I have to say, Blade Runner is gorgeous, but I do find it kind of slow, and I think I fell asleep. At least in Blade Runner, the new one, I fell asleep for sure. But it's gorgeous. Oh yeah, Goblins 5's coming out? Okay, we're gonna show the first item. I have this, The Secret of Monkey Island, the hint book. I do not have a legitimate version of The Secret of Monkey Island. I have a total bootleg. My dad even photocopied the Dial-A-Pirate. He did a really good job too. Like he photocopied the Dial-A-Pirate. He pasted the paper onto cardboard, cut it out and everything. Like he made it was a one. I don't know where it is. I didn't know where to find it, but it was that network of office working software pirate dads. That's where I experienced the Monkey Island for the first time, the EGA version. But I do have this. I've got this legit. Look at this, beautiful, legitimate. Um, Monkey Island hint book. So they did get money from me eventually, even if I'd never had a legitimate copy of the game. And of course, I've said before, when Thimbleweed Park came on Kickstarter, I did back the $25 tier so that Ron Gilbert would absolve me of all the pirating sins. So I feel like I'm okay. But yes, they did get some Monkey Island money out of me, and that's the first piece I wanted to show. Oh yes, and I didn't answer. Yeah, any other games besides? Yeah, of course, Monkey Island. I'm looking forward to. Um, Other stuff. Oh, I just finished Inspector Waffles, which is a lovely game. I just finished playing that the other night. But other stuff I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'm looking forward to Rosewater, Grundislav's Rosewater. I'm looking forward to. Ooh, Chinatown Detective Agency is coming out soon, which is going to be amazing. The pixel art is gorgeous in that. Um, I've got a backlog of games too, but in terms of stuff coming out, it looks like a lot's coming out this year. Oh no, yes, Joe's here for you. Yeah, so yeah, my dad also, he did flatten some of my boxes, like cut them out and stuff to save space. So I have got like the covers of some boxes, but not all full boxes, which I'm a little bit sad about, but you know, what are you going to do? I think every collector has that story. I'm not even much of a collector, but everyone has that story where they gave away stuff or threw out the boxes and things like that. So I do have some stories like that as well. Yes, and always time for teas, right? You can get the series, the Monkey Island series on Good Old Games, so that's definitely an option. Yes, Pascal LaRue Piracy Absolvement was the $25 tier if I recall correctly. I know it was $5 above the tier you could get the game at. So 20, I think maybe $20 was the get Thimbleweed Park. $25 was Ron Gilbert absolves you of your sins. So I did go for that. Yes. Oh, Crowns and Pawns comes out in May. Born Punk is June. Adventure games are not dead. They have never been dead, and it's wonderful to have so much to look forward to. Yes, and there's an Inspector Waffles game coming out for I think Game Boy or Game Boy Advance. I think. Pascal says I think OG game designers should have a mandatory account you can donate to for piracy sins. Oh, Norco came out. That's right, Joe is here for you. It seems to be Kentucky Route Zero inspired. Norco looks gorgeous. It's stunning. Yes, absolutely. Good call, Norco. All right. So that's the first show and tell. I'm going to take this opportunity to run the trailer really quickly, and then I will show my other two pieces of Monkey Island stuff. Then we're going to go into Photoshop. I'll show the EGA portraits of some of the LucasArts folks that I got to wonderfully portray in my favorite palette. Oh, you're playing Narco, the deluxe tech. You like it? It's amazing. Pixel art forever. Let us. I'll run the trailer. Here it is. Okay, right. Crimson Diamond, EGA color palette, old school, with a Roland MT32 soundtrack, and set in Canada, and I don't know what else. It's you play a wannabe geologist. You play Nancy Maple, this lady. You play Nancy Maple, and she's not sideways like that. She's the other way around. But you try to investigate a diamond claim at Crimson Lodge and get mixed up on everyone's little schemes. And I hope it's fun. There's a demo on Steam and on Itch.io. Chapter 1 of 7. Currently working on Chapter 5. That's happening, but apparently it's even the demo is stuffed full of things, and you'll find something new every time you play or watch somebody else play. So here comes the trailer.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and Itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Alright, so there's the trailer. Evening Tap2GG. Evening, good to see you. Ooh, Siberia 4 Deluxe Tux you're playing. And Always Time for Tea, you're currently playing Crusader No Remorse. I remember that game back in the day, and I always thought it was kind of really beautiful, so very, very awesome. Okay, so last two monkey related things that I have to share. I don't have a lot of Monkey Island stuff, unfortunately, but I have a few. Other thing I have, ooh, oh no. I have The Curse of Monkey Island. So this is one of the boxes that survived. Didn't survive perfectly, but pretty good. Oh, some of it's getting keyed out, but that's okay. And inside we have the manual, the user journal, which is kind of an interesting name for that, come to think of it. But yeah, it's very nice, full color. So there's that. It also has inside it Monkey Island Madness. I think this came with it. Did it? I don't know. Well, it's here. I don't know if this legitimately came with this or not. It just happens to be in the box right now. And yeah, here's the Monkey Island disc. So this is the only Monkey Island that I have, legitimately. And no Monkey Island plush. I do love this box art. Bring me more slaw. Yeah, it can get smashed down. And yeah, Curse. I really like this game. The art is not. I don't know. I don't know if it's considered really pixel art. It's more kind of animated looking. But I really like this game. I think it had a lot of really good puzzles. I really did like the graphics. So Of course, my heart is will always be with the Secret of Monkey Island EGA version, but this one is very very good, of course, too. So, oh yeah, oh you have Monkey Island Madness as well. Joey's here for you. Yes, Monkey Island Madness does have the first two games, and I don't know where I got that from. I don't know if it came with that or what, but. And I have one last I have one last monkey thing. It's not really like Monkey Island related, but it's kind of monkey related. I just thought this would be kind of fun to share. Um, just trying to figure this out. And if anyone remembers how Monkey Island Madness came initially, that would be helpful. I have a monkey, and I think it would have fit me better as a child. This I asked my mom about this today, and she said that it definitely looks homemade, but she did not make this. I've had this ever since I was a little kid. So I don't know where this is from, but I really think it's cute, and it's kind of monkey related. You know, he's got a little Japanese kind of thing happening here, and I think maybe I don't know if a relative gave this to us or what, but yeah, that's my third piece of monkey stuff. I think it's adorable, and I will keep it. I'll keep this forever. Eden Way says first and third Monkey Island games are your favorite of the series. I the first one for sure. Yeah, you might be right. First and third. Yeah, it looks like a Japanese red-faced monkey, and it's got like yeah a weird kind of a houndstooth kimono type of a thing, wolf's tooth maybe. I'm not sure what this is, but yeah, it definitely looks handmade. There's no tag on this. Got little button eyes. I think this is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. My mom has made puppets when I was a kid, and I do have those. They're little bears, but they're not as elaborate as this. How's your ventriloquism? Not very good. I would say that it's completely non-existent. Um, okay. Fractal Mud Mike says, if I recall correctly, Madness came in a bundle. I was reading about it late last year, but I don't recall details. It's like a bonus pack with something I think huge grain of salt. I don't know if this is accurate. I might be getting mixed up with something else. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone knows the origin of Monkey Island Madness? Please share. Oh, and you just double checked and you were wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he has a name. Salutown, maybe, for monkey. But anyway, there's that. Okay, Joy's here for you says some random website claims Monkey Island Madness was a bundle CD sold through LucasArts website that contained the PC Gamer versions of both Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge. Interesting that apparently quite a few of us have this, I'm assuming, but we shall see. It was released as a big box. Huh. Okay, I don't know how I came upon it. Okay. Back to music. Oh, and I do have... Oh, stop it. I opened this by accident the other day. Go away. Okay, we're going to move on to showing some of the portraits, and then we'll get into our pixel art for the night. Inuit might have Monkey Island Madness as part of a LucasArts collection. I do vaguely remember some kind of LucasArts collection. Anyway. Let us go to buckets. Control... hold on. One, Control, Alt. Okay, so you should be seeing the bucket and some other stuff. This is what we were working on, but we're going to tuck this away for now. And take a look at this set of 10 portraits. First portrait we have, this is Mark Ferrari, Maki-Man on Twitter, and Mark Ferrari is a total pixel art hero for me and for many other people, and I was so glad that I got to do this, particularly for Mark, because it's my favorite palette, an artist I really respect, and it got, put in this book, and then people who love Monkey Island as much as I do, and probably love Monkey Island even more than I do, can, they have this in a book and everything. It's kind of wonderful. Yes, Mark Ferrari is a legend. Absolutely. I'm really really grateful that I got to do this. So, that is the Mark Ferrari. Thank you guys. Yeah. So that's this one. And ooh, I don't know why it does that. Okay. Next we have Dominic Armato, who is coming back as the voice of Guybrush Threepwood in the new game. Bill Kuhn asks, Mark Ferrari did the backgrounds for Loom, right? Yes, Mark Ferrari did the backgrounds for Loom. He also did the backgrounds, I think, for Zach McCracken, and probably also Secret of Monkey Island. But here we got Dominic. It's so wonderful that they're getting so many people back, not just voices, but they're getting back, game design people, of course, story people, all that stuff. Back to my mic says, I have this book, by the way, Julia, and whenever I show it to people, I point these portraits out and tell them about you and your game. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, Joe, it's here for you. Yes, Mark Ferrari was the one who proved to the rest of LucasArts that they should do Dithering. Yes. Yeah, Bill Kuhn, I don't have a news link for that, but I'm sure I'll please someone who has a good link for the Monkey Island, the Return to Monkey Island. Please drop that in chat. Yes, yeah. So Mark was wonderful because he kind of didn't like the color limitations of EGA, but thought that okay, if we did dithering, it would help us to introduce more tone into stuff. But they didn't have a way to do that, and so someone figured it out for him. And there's that whole legendary GDC talk, I believe, that's on the internet. So there's this. I did try to make all the backgrounds different colors, too. Mike Stemla, who I believe worked on a lot of the Sam and Max. I can't remember very much. I kind of love this photo too. It kind of there's a lot of there's an art to making a lot of beards and mustaches, which I think I'm getting better and better at. Thank you, Pepsi Otaku. I'm assuming that is there's an announcement trailer for Return to Monkey Island. Mike Stemla. Yeah, I'm afraid I can't remember. I did some research about each of these people, but this is Jonathan Ackley, I believe. I think his name's Jonathan Ackley, who is quite active on Twitter now, which is wonderful. And he seems to keep really fun chickens and makes watches and stuff. So he seems to have a lot of really cool hobbies. Yes, Fractal Mind Mike. Passive aggressively leaving a beautifully dithered image on your screen overnight and make programmers come up with an algorithm to support dithering. Yes. I thought it was like a lunch break or something. But yes, whatever it was this idea that he put this beautiful image up and then left. And then people could mull it over and said, yeah, actually, we need to figure out how to do that. Thank you, S.H. John, also for the Return to Monkey Island link. We have Rich Sun. It's also fun to get to render people's clothing and stuff. Glasses I often have to do, so a lot of beards, a lot of mustaches, a lot of glasses too, which of course I don't mind. Yes, Joe's here for you. Yes, that's exactly what the New Monkey Island is supposed to pick up after the end of Monkey Island 2, the continuation of the story that Ron Gilbert wanted to tell. And yes, there is a so in that little animated piece, there is Murray the Skull, Bill Tiller, more glasses, like I said, glasses and beard. Curse is getting retconned. Yeah, I'm not completely up to date on my Monkey Island lore. Oh, the pixel. So the working resolution for these Fractal Mind Mike were 100 by 100. So if I was to if I was going to set this to 10%, that was their working size. But when I sent them to printing, I sized them to 1,000 by 1,000, so they could kind of do with them whatever they wanted. But if I had submitted them at 100 by 100 pixels, they would have been tiny. They would have been, like this big or something. Yes, and another Pascal, a great reason to play through Monkey Island 1 and 2 before it comes out. Absolutely. And that might be what a lot of people will do, and I probably will. Larry Ahern, who did I think Sam Max as well? More plaid. Or at least it's an Oxford check or something. Oh, you're playing Escape at the moment, Fractal Monmouth. Are you streaming it? Oh, you're gonna. Joe's here for you. Is gonna stream them. Very nice. Yeah, I think I do own them on GOG, so I probably will play through those at some point. Pascal said these are fantastic, especially the hair when applicable. Thank you. Oh well, okay. So Fractal Mind Mike is streaming Escape from Monkey Island. First time playing it, fantastic. This is Tammy Borowick. I really had a lot of fun with this scarf. And her hair too. Which is really nice. I think I might have over-rendered the scarf. Oh, Goman, I'm glad you like the hair textures. Oh, Evil Tentacle, you're playing them in reverse order. I've played Monkey Island 1 and finished it. I don't think I ever finished Monkey Island 2. I didn't actually own Monkey Island 2. My neighbor friend did. And yeah, Chris Monkey Island I did finish. So I think I will play through them all again, come to think of it. Of course, when I play Secret of Monkey Island, I will be playing the EGA version. Just like with Last Crusade, I'm playing the EGA version of that. I can't help myself. Puzzles are nuts in Monkey Island 2, and has a great vibe. I do love the look of Monkey Island 2. I do like that. Even though it's not EGA, I do love the look of the art. Always time for tea. Yeah, the hair is challenging, and picking what colors to use and stuff. And so this one particularly, it's the idea of like also doing light, the effect of light and shadow as well as trying to render the hair properly. So this one, of course, like where the light is hitting the top of her head more, there's more of the reds and browns. But then when we get down here into the shade, I'm not showing that much of the texture anymore. And it's kind of this idea of trying to do a lot with not very much. And same with this one, Judith Lucero's as well. It's more to do with the shape, and I didn't put a lot of detail into her hair. She had more straight hair. It can be difficult when there's not as much detail. Some of the photographs I was given to work from did not have a lot of detail, and sometimes they were kind of blurry. It was a bit challenging sometimes to get as much out of them as I wanted. But I'm pretty pleased with all of them, I guess. And this is Chuck Jordan. Oop. And I'm pretty pleased with how his hair and beard turned out. Evil Tentacle, definitely playing EGA Monkey Island 1. Yes, me too, for sure. Yeah, and I do also remember the spitting puzzle eating Waith in Monkey Island 2. I thought it was kind of clever. Bilku, no, I have not done Ken and Roberta Williams EGA. I have not had that chance. Yeah, I won't spoil the spitting puzzle for anyone who's planning on playing the game before Return to Monkey Island comes out. And do we even have a date for that? I guess we don't yet. Oh. Oh, Masmo says Monkey Island 1 EGA Let's Play incoming. I'm not going to say no, because I do want to keep playing EGA adventure games, and it's kind of hard to avoid that one. And I have said it's my favorite, so we may have to explore that as an option. Eating Waith asks, did you just eyeball the portraits, or did you try tracing over any of them? Yeah, I do have this whole process of how I work on these, and let's see if I have any kind of work in progress stuff. Ackley 1. This might... I kind of didn't spell his name proper there. Let's see what we have. If I can show you kind of any breakdown of what that looked like. Let's see. Layers. Okay. Right. So I can show you what I start with. So I start, of course, with the photo, and then I put it into the right resolution. This is not even the finished one, I don't think. But what I end up starting with is something like this. So this is after I've really pumped up the contrast and the saturation of the photograph and put it into the proper resolution, that my working resolution, which is 100 by 100. Yeah, 100 pixels by 100 pixels. And this from here I build up what the portrait is. So it's not... So, and you can see it takes a lot of steps to get there. And you get closer, you get further. So it's not technically tracing, but I do start with the photo, but a lot of work has to be done to it from here to get to the finished piece. And I guess why don't we kind of walk through the layers of this one and see where we end up. So it does form a good base, of course. And I do, when I do build this stuff, I am going from... I'll look at the original as well. I probably could make an animated GIF of this. But so much can change with just a few pixels at this resolution. And so yeah, that's probably like where it ended, I think. Potentially there. So, and that's the process for most of these. And I wonder if I have any other ones I can show, and then we can move on. Armato. Oh, this is Benj Edwards. I wonder if I have a good process for this. So this is... the final is not even in here, but the original starting off point was this for that one. And I do have that one finished somewhere. Benj PSD, Benj 10. Oh, thank you, Jim Matt says, I'm so impressed to finally see how you do this. It says an art. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's a lot going from the provided photo reference to the EGA. But I definitely will say I do work from the photo. But a lot has to be done to it in between. Yeah. But I'll just close all these up. And now we have the bucket. No, yes, now animate their mouths and eyes. Exactly. It's really hard to resist, isn't it? I'm halfway to making my, like, a LucasArts game, right? Like, not a LucasArts, not a Monkey Island game, not an Indiana Jones game, just a game about LucasArts people, like the staff. Ah, Fractal Mind Mike. Oh, you've done animation of EGA portrait. Oh, did you do like the was it the realistic versions of adventure game characters or something? Yes, the real star of the show is the bucket, and of course I do have my starting off point, which was this little bucket, and that animation that we will be doing. But we're not nearly there yet, so we're not even going to worry about that. I just like having it out as a reference, and here are the buckets we do use as references for this ideal of a bucket that we have. And we were looking at this idea of introducing some of the cyan into this, although maybe this is too much. So I'm thinking about potentially exploring where this dithering will go, because I do think there's too much of it right now, but we will save that layer. Woo bucket, we love bucket. Oh, always time for tea says it sounds silly, but your bucket is beautiful. Thank you. No, 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 it's wonderful. I appreciate it so much that you find the bucket beautiful. The bucket finds you beautiful too. Although it kind of remains to be seen about how much of that blue will be on there, really. Actually, I should have a completely separate cyan layer for that. We were going to work more on this exterior part. And I was exploring the idea of introducing some green. So what this could be, actually, is this could be a way to incorporate some of this green into the bucket. We could look at that, but I want to just get some of the shadow right here. Looking at our visual reference, I'm going to need some light areas on here and some dark areas. Good question, Deluxe Tux. Is the vignette going to end up in this? I don't know. I'm not sure because I feel like the current version of the demo what is it in the current version of the demo? The current version of the demo and the nighttime scene with the campfire, I don't know if we ended up vignetting that. We did do like letterbox. We might vignette it anyway because there's not much happening on the edges of this, so that could still happen. But let's see. How do we want to proceed with the coloring of this? I almost feel like this part, the dark gray ridges here, like that's too dark now, and I might want to take that down. And I'm going to do that with I might do a light gray dither. I think that will help. So let's do some of that. Just to see what that looks like. And then get rid of this dither. No, not get rid of it, but let's see. Oh no, that's not working. And then from here we might work in the maybe bits of green along the edges somewhere. Yes, Pepsi Otaku's got shiny. Aha! Fractal Mud Mike says, the Monkey Island Madness CD came in LucasArts Archive Volume 3. Very good. Oh, well, Edmund Detour, good to see you. Being quiet today while working on some bills, watching and listening. Wonderful. Good to see you, Edmund Detour. Do I like that? Do I like that better? I do feel like that is too heavy. And I might actually go in here with some of the dark gray for the shadow part. So this part here. Yes, lower bow animated by Fractal Mind Mike. Thank you for finding that, Maximus. What I think it's gonna happen is I'm gonna yes, my layers are a mess. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing here is picking out the parts that are gonna be more shaded, and I think it was too dark before. So we're gonna just do that. Oops. Yeah, I think that's gonna work better. Channel 18, good to see you. Welcome to chat. That is Nightmare Fuel, the animation. I forgot what it looks like. I'm gonna take a quick look. Oh yes, this. Oh my god. I forgot. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's not really Uncanny Valley, but I don't know what the pixelated version of an Uncanny Valley would be, but that's what that is. It's kind of wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, I do think I like that more. And then just the rivets here are gonna be kind of nicely done. Aha! Ooh, well, nice. Bill Kuhn doing some installation copying of some adventure games to a 286 you have in a computer armoire. Armoire, I believe, is a word I learned from Colonel's Bequest. I try to kind of do that same thing in the Crimson Diamond, where you can like learn furniture terms in kind of a weird way. See, this is weird the way the light happens. So I've got stuff like the dining room table has cabriole legs, which are kind of a curved look. And if you look at some of the other furniture, we'll talk about brass pulls and brass fittings and a pedestal desk and a pedestal sink. So I did look up like furniture terms because it's just a fun way to like kind of learn stuff. This is weird though, the way that the lighting is hitting this. But I guess I should follow that same idea as the outside, which is the somehow the top of this is weirdly shadowed. Oh, well, oh, I got to see what you look at when you see this bucket. Mr. Bucket. Yeah, at the end of the music stream last week, we were talking about Mr. Bucket. That wonderful childhood toy. That the yellow plastic bucket, extremely charming game. Where you put the balls in Mr. Bucket and his arms go over it to try to block kids from putting balls inside him. That whole thing. What an unforgettable game. Fun for the whole family. Oh yes, that's right. Channel 18 AVGN did a great episode on Mr. Bucket. Uh, some really classic stuff. Ah, Bill Coon says, in my other vintage computer work, I've been trying for about 2 months to get a modern 8-bit ISA circuit board kit working to use a CF card as a virtual hard drive. Well, lesson I have learned from this is that I should have paid the seller the extra $20 to assemble it for me. Yeah, that's always the case, isn't it? Sometimes, it's that paying someone else to take the trouble. It's worth it. Totally worth it. And then the bottom part of this is weirdly bright. The value of good reference. But I almost feel like this is making this... you know what I need to do? I need to... Sorry, I keep interrupting myself, but... Something's happening where this is like looking flatter, and I need to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh well, are Mr. Buckets still for sale? That's amazing. Are there any Mr. Buckets still operational in the last game? And when was the last game? Maybe kids are still enjoying Mr. Bucket to this day. Maybe it's like Monopoly and Boggle, where it's just ageless. And someone is heir to the Mr. Bucket fortune or something. It kind of does give the impression of something that would just have been a fad, but, I don't know. Maybe it really tapped into some kind of, cultural need to play that type of a thing. And let's see the light side of this. That is helping. And I think I am going to want some light gray, no, some dark gray dither in here. Oops. Yeah, I think so. Bilkin, I think any hobby where you get to keep learning things, I think that's fantastic. Lifelong learning is the key. And sometimes if I just get kind of lazy with it, I will just end up doing some of this by hand. If I don't want to bother. And I suppose I'll eventually play Colonel's Bequest. I'll eventually stream that, I think. But maybe I will play the Secret of Monkey Island after we finish with The Last Crusade. Oh, that's really good, Bilkun. Despite the frustration, Bilkun says, I do love the learning part of vintage computing a lot. For the first time, I am learning how the computers I used growing up really work, and the rabbit hole has endless forks. I don't doubt it. Then it's... I'm just amazed things work at all. I don't know how anything works, and I think I'm okay with that because everything seems like magic. And actually, I do find that when I do learn how stuff works, it just doesn't become less magical. It becomes almost like it becomes more magical. But for me, I'm just glad that the tools that I use, I'm just really glad that they're accessible. They're cheap a lot of the time, and there's a lot of like instructional videos and tutorials that are just freely available. I think I do need some hand dithering here. I just want to break up some of this, but I don't want it to be regular. So we're going to get into that a little bit. I'm more of a Mark Ferrari, which is okay. I want to achieve this visual effect. Can someone please figure this out for me? I'm more that than someone like Doug Herring, who actually did make a lot of those tools with that technical know-how. I'm just glad to have the tools at my disposal. Oh wow, Gorman-sama. The caption said Chrono's Bequest. Oh. Channel of 18, you search for Mr. Buckout on Amazon, it is still available. That's amazing. That is amazing. You found Mattel's Flushing Frenzy, which contains an amazing plastic off-brand Mr. Hanky. Flushing Frenzy. I mean, I can guess what that one is, but it's kind of amazing sometimes what persists through time. Oh, Bilkin says, plus my dad is the one who first taught me how to use a soldering iron and an oscilloscope when I was little. He was so into electronics so early that he was one of the few people who were literally waiting for the invention of the home computer. Ah, for that I'm eternally grateful for one thing it led me here. Bilkun, honestly, I think there's so much of that type of thing that I can totally identify with because yeah, my dad was a kind of an early adopter. Somewhere we have like 8 millimeter film he that of like home videos, home movies and stuff. My dad had one of the earliest camcorders, I think. Um, he loved that stuff. We always had a computer in the house, and I'm so grateful for that because it did give me a bit of a like a leg up and a head start when it came to adapting to stuff. And I feel really fortunate for that. And I wouldn't be here either if it wasn't for my dad and his interests in computers. So it is super it's super nice just to have that and it gets continue to enjoy something that they enjoyed, you know? Yeah, and Pascal Leroux, you're right. Like learning more stuff leads to new mysteries and new things to learn and figure out. Joe's here for you says the bucket looks good enough to eat out of. I'm just gonna hand dither some of this. Just I don't like how it's starting to flatten out. Chelnov 18 acid was an early adopter of Altair. Now my dad had one of those. I forget what they Compaq had these 30-pound computers that look like suitcases. I think my dad he didn't own one, but he got to use one for work, and sometimes he would bring that home. I don't know the exact thing that he had, but there's a lot of stuff that kind of looked like that, where they had a couple disk drives, and the screen was this big and it was green, and really really cool. I got to play games on that, and we had a Commodore VIC 20, so all that wonderful stuff. And from my mom, I get this love of mysteries, mystery stories and mystery everything like that, crime, Columbo, and um, so it's kind of both my parents, both of their interests have really have kind of helped me to get to doing this. Yes, Pascal Leroux. I love Fisher Price. The Let's Make Electronics People Can't Break. I had a Fisher Price. You had a Fisher Price record player. I had a Fisher Price radio, which was awesome. It had like a little microphone on the side. I got it for my 6th birthday, and we used it for a long time. Even when I had outgrown it by years, my mom still liked to carry it around the house as just a radio because it was just really handy because it had a handle on the top. Love that radio. And yeah, it fell down the stairs a bunch of times. It took 6 or 8 double D batteries, I think. It took a lot. It was, but yeah, it's just really super sturdy. Okay, oh, Bilkin says, I think you mean the Compaq Portable one. You own one now and got it working. It is 28 pounds, size and shape of a briefcase, and has two 360 kilobyte floppy drives and no hard drive. That's the computer you're building the CF card ISA board for. I'm going to write that down, Bilkun. Compaq Portable one. So that's probably one of the first computers I got to really play on. 1984. First product Compaq ever made. 1984. But it was like magic, right? It was like a magical thing. And I took to it. I think, yeah, let's get a green dither here. Although I feel like maybe this is too thick here. That's awesome, Bill Kuhn. What a coincidence. Hello, Cobalt Underlord. Welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the pixel art. Lovingly, lovingly worked on pixels. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to do close-up work. I don't really do a lot of it, the most of the Crimson Diamond stuff is, it's much more like far away, like rooms and furniture and everything, which I love doing it that way too, but it's kind of refreshing to really mix it up like this. In fact, I'm just looking at this and I'm seeing, yeah, there's some parts where when metal has an edge, it kind of, I like to have a good clean edge sometimes, and it gives that impression of something shiny, which I was kind of doing on this side that I kind of let go. Oh, Fractal Mind Mike had two 286 compact portables in your previous collection. They had orange HV screens that folded out and the keyboard clasps out onto the front of the unit. They were heavy. I remember, like, yeah, the keyboard, I think of this one, I think it was connected by something that looked like a telephone cord. I can't really remember. It was a long time ago. Oh, Bilkin says, beware there, you were forced to use the built-in keyboard and all the keyboard pads were foam and are now turned to dust. Yes, Bilkin, I remember you mentioning that small company named Texelec selling replacement pads, and the fact that that's around and there are people still offering that stuff is fantastic. Really, really splendid. It kind of reminds me of John Mulaney had a bit about him being like at a Staples or something, and him seeing a customer come in and who was asking for typewriter tape, and it's like the guy had stepped out of another era because the guy at who worked for Staples didn't even know what that was, and the guy said, "Come on, just why don't I'll give you money? Why don't you just go into the back and just grab some of this typewriter tape that you're using?" And John Mulaney felt so bad for this guy because he realized that this man will never get typewriter tape because if he's living in a world where he's using typewriter tape all the time, is he going to understand what the internet is to be able to look this stuff up? And it's just kind of a wonderful piece. And sometimes I just I want that man to get his typewriter tape. And I'm sure there's a small company somewhere that makes exactly what he wants. I hope. Hmm. Okay, Fractal One Mike, I do remember correctly. The keyboard cable was telephone style, curly. Yes, John is here for you. I'm a big fan of John Mulaney's bits, his comedy. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, the chord. It's funny what you remember. I can't remember anything nowadays, but I'll remember that. Yes, Joe is here for you. Yes, some people have definitely seen LGR's videos where he visits Computer Reset and he went back. And it's so funny you mentioned that because Bill Kuhn in chat got to meet LGR on his last visit and got to get a photo with him and is in the background of that second video, which is kind of wonderful. Yeah, oh yeah, Tom Hanks would know. He does. Like, Tom Hanks does collect typewriters. I do love a typewriter. My mom has an electronic, one of the, I don't know if it's one of the first electronic typewriters, but when you would type, there would be like there was an LCD like readout, and if you press send, then it would send that sentence through, and it would print on the beautiful, nice like thermal paper. Well, you could buy special, really smooth paper, but also you could just use regular paper, I think. But I was fascinated by that. And she did also, a long time ago, did have a regular typewriter, and I don't know where that is, and I should ask her. Flucus, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you too. Yes, Joe is here for you. Yes, LGR found like what was it called? A PS Junior or something that was used by Dev at Sierra, and it had some like some code stuff on it, which is kind of fascinating. He did do a video about it. It was amazing, amazing, absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. Yes. Lucas says, "Hi, Julia. How are things? Are you finishing your list of to-dos for your bucket? That would make it your bucket list." Ah. The typewriter we had would scrape my fingers past color. Says it smelled funny. It was like this pastel blue. I gotta ask my mom where her typewriter is, because I do remember that she has one. There's something really beautiful about typewriters and how newer ones were designed with that ball thing with the letters on it, which kind of seems like magic to me. That didn't have the return. Okay, yes. Bilkin says yes. It was an IBM PC Super Junior test computer used by Ken Williams himself, with whom he verified it. The hard drive contained a beta version of Codename Iceman. Ah, just a Jeffy says PC Junior, aka the unofficial Tandy 1000 prototype. Okay, I think we're definitely getting there, but the bottom part of this bucket just is not speaking to me yet. In fact, I do want to break this up a bit more. I think this shadow needs to be broken up a little bit, and then we're going to look into introducing some of this, the color of the grass potentially, and maybe even some of the shadow part into the dithering. I think that's going to make this look really compelling and really marry it with the scene that it's in, which I never think about usually unless it's a detailed piece like this, which is not really what I tend to do so much with the Crimson Diamond art. And I can understand why there's not a lot of this kind of close-up art in a lot of these games, is because it takes a lot of time. Although, of course, there's a lot of, like in Leisure Suit Larry, you've got the beautiful, like the glamour shots of the ladies, which are really gorgeous. And when you actually get to that resolution, you have a lot more play with the color that you're using and the dithering that you're using for stuff like, skin, the different tones of skin. You could start using more of the pink and white dithering to give certain effects, and it's quite nice actually. When you change the resolution that you're working in, a whole bunch of new tricks get opened up, and that's kind of nice. Yes, this is a glamour shot of the bucket. Joey's here for you says PC Junior was the computer that IBM paid Ken and Roberta to make the first King's Quest on, but with no exclusivity deal, so they were able to port it to a more successful machine after. I do love the fact that they made Mystery House like a public domain kind of a thing. That's wonderful. Alright. I think that's helping me a little bit. Yeah, just breaking up that line is helping me to kind of see this better, I think. Lucas, I agree, the 80s and 90s were a special time for video games. Yeah, CGA, EGA, VGA. Yeah, Pascal, that's what I was doing with the Leisure Suit Larry glamour shots too, thinking about the techniques being used. Yep. I would love to do like that type of piece, actually. My closest thing I did to a Leisure Suit Larry glamour shot was Anna's piece. So this one is a little bit different from a lot of my other EGA commissions, in that Anna, she gave me this photo, and I thought, she gave me a couple photos, but I like this one the best. And it's different because it's like not a whole head and shoulder type of thing. I just really like the composition. And Anna is a huge Leisure Suit Larry fan, and she asked if I would, well, she didn't even ask this. She just gave me this photo reference, and I wanted to make her look like a Larry girl. Although this is still like 100 by 100 piece. Yeah. Oh, the working size was 100 by 100. This happens to be 400. Yeah. So here's the working size of this, 100 by 100. But even because her face is bigger in the frame, even just if it's just a little bigger in the frame, then I feel like there's a bit more I could do with the detail that I can put in her face. And like her eyes are so much bigger than a lot of the eyes on my usual portraits. The eyes are usually quite small, like there's only a few pixels in there. But there was a lot more room on Anna's to play with it. And I can only imagine what it would be like to do like a 300 by 200 like lady piece. Something I probably want to look into. Oh wow, Fractal Mind Mike, you nearly got an original PC Junior King's Quest release. Aha. Thank you. Yeah, I really like this. Actually, this is something I bartered with Anna. She gave me this beautiful maple leaf necklace made of maple wood and hand carved and hand finished. And I bartered her for this piece. That and she really does have that necklace too. And it's funny because when she shared it on her Facebook, one of the people was saying, "Oh, that looks like a Leisure Suit Larry girl or something," which is exactly what I was going for. So back to the bucket. But yes, this is a glamorous. Thank you, Tap2GG. Oh, my monkey fell. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Saru-chan. I'll just put you over here. Oh well, I did not fix my Nightbot. I don't know if Inspector Waffles is still 50% off, but it is a really good game that I do heartily recommend. Okay. So how are we gonna? Looking at the photo reference here, I can see that there's almost like this blush of cyan on the side of the bucket here. So I'm going to try to do the same, but with green. So let's copy one of these dither patterns, and we're going to make this. We're going to make it the green. Okay. But Tap2GG, I'm glad you're liking how the shine is turning out on the bucket. Always time for tea. Have a great night. Have a good sleep. Good luck with your early wake up. Yeah, I'm glad I grew up in the era that I grew up in. You know, I love the style of game. Maybe I would love it anyway, but growing up with it does give it that extra bit of kick, nostalgic kick. Let's see about this. Flucus asks, have I updated the demo since it was streamed? Well, RoboSpacer, he streamed it last Saturday, so I have not updated it since then. But it has been updated, like the intro sequence art has been updated a little bit. And there have been changes. Every time I update it, what I do is I take my current working build of the game and then I just delete all the outside rooms. So stuff that I've added will be in there. So each time I update, there are little things, but they would be really hard to notice. The earliest versions of the demo didn't have certain inventory items in the drawers, but I need them for later, so I put them in, and now they just are there. So that does happen. And the version of the demo that I will be coming out with at some point, I'm not sure when, will have Dan's piece, his new ragtime introductory sequence piece. Oh, Flucus, when's the last time you checked it out? Because the last time I updated it was the new demo version. I think I updated it this year sometime, for sure. Yes, and Pascal Lure, you're right. What's fun is that all the people who grew up in that time are now growing up and are grown up, and now the art from that time is inspiring modern works. Agreed. Absolutely. What I find also nice is that I think I've mentioned before, I'm so inspired by when I see young pixel artists who did not grow up in the 80s and 90s, and how much they respond to pixel art, and I actually saw this really good thread about pixel art and the appeal of it, because it's something that you don't need a high-end computer to be able to create, with any kind of high-end like graphics card or anything. You can make pixel art on your phone. You can make pixel art on any type of digital device, and you can get free pixel art programs that are quite good. And I think people sometimes are intimidated by drawing is, but if you see like a grid of squares and you can see how something is built, it's much easier to learn from that and like try to emulate it and then change colors and then alter characters and everything, versus like having no grid at all. And so people find it a really good learning tool, and even artists will, when you're trying to duplicate a composition onto like a big wall or something, then like artists will grid it and they'll break that piece down into its component parts. And that's what pixel art is basically component parts. They're easy to break down and makes it easy to learn, or easier to learn than traditional art, which is very true. And of course, people mention Minecraft is also a big part of the popularity of pixel art in amongst young people, which I'm all for. Yes. Oh, Flucus. Yeah. So yeah. The January-ish demo is the most recent version of the demo, and that is, yeah, that was for a Steam Next Fest, I believe. Yes. Yes. You can make pixel art on graph paper. Absolutely. And that's of course what Shigeru Miyamoto used to design Mario, Super Mario Brothers, Mario World, whatever the first one was. Exactly, Pascal. Yeah, you can make some pixel art with no background. You turned a River City Ransom character into Bert from Sesame Street. Yeah, it's that kind of just that opportunity to just modify first and learn from modification, and then eventually, sometimes, if you wish, to create your own. There is a lot of a lot of good to come of that. And of course, when you get into doing indie games, pixel art and 2D art is much much easier and lower weight in terms of resources and manpower to create than 3D art. All these things, it's a wonderful, versatile, expressive medium. Yes, Miyamoto did, and it's awesome and so instructive when you see the graph paper of the Super Mario levels, because they mention about how the clouds and the shrubs look or have the same shape and everything, which is kind of wonderful. I wonder. I might bring some of this in more, and then I will hand dither it out. Just I'll rough some shape to it first. And right now, I do have a selection of just the light gray that I'm hiding the selection for when I'm pressing Control H. But the selection is still there, and that's why it's not getting just about everywhere. It's only in the light gray. Yes, there's a lot of great pixel art games out there. Like, yeah, we're talking about Norco, and like I mentioned, Chinatown Detective Agency's coming out. It's really exciting. It is. It's really, really, really exciting to see. Oh wow. Joe's here for you. Did anyone ever play Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP? It is a weird sort of adventure game, sort of a Zelda thing. Fancy, very fancy, Commodore 64 inspired art. I've never even heard of that. I just want to see the art. Pen. Pen on the floor. Okay. Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Oh wow. Ah, Flukish, you've gotten back into point and clicks. Point and clicks. I will say I found Inspector Waffles very relaxing to play. And it's always been the style that I like the most. Just adventure games, simple. And it wasn't incredibly difficult or anything either, which I liked. Although I didn't find everything. Like, I didn't find all the wool ball cards. So I might have to go back and try to get more wool ball cards. Oh wow. Oh, developed for mobile, plays better on iPad or phone. That's intriguing, because I think that's a wonderful opportunity too. And of course, it's something I think of, and how the Crimson Diamonds are really not suited toward mobile. Well, not mobile. So really not suited toward like other platforms like Switch and stuff, because of the keyboard stuff, but like a touchpad stuff, like a simplified interface would be super handy. SH Don, did I find your card? Which card did you do? I can't. You know, I think I did because I think your name was on the card or something that I recognize as you. I think I did find yours. The Tiger number 8. I think I did. I'll have to check again. Oh, speaking of more gorgeous pixel art games, Lucas mentions Darkside Detective, which I think I also have, and I have not played it yet either. That might be my next thing. I think I need to be more aggressive with... I think I got... Did I get number 8? Maybe I... Because 8 would have been on the bottom right, and maybe I didn't get it. Will it just come up here if I type in Inspector Waffles into search? Why wouldn't it just come into show up in my search? I want to check now. Is that bad? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Watch me wreck my stream right now with this. I want to check if I have SH Don's trading card. Wall ball card. Ooh, possible Darkside Season 3. And we want... I totally got taken in by the Lego Darkside Detective set. I did. Oh, Joy's here for you. Yes, you've played adventure games on mobile. They definitely make sense. Oh, it might be a bit loud. Hold on. All right. I don't have 8. Oh my goodness. No, so sorry, SH Don, I do not have your wool ball card. I must keep playing. Are objects sometimes too small when you're on your phone, tablet, and adventure games make a lot of sense to me. And you can pair, like my Logitech Bluetooth keyboard pairs with my phone, with my iPad, all those things. Yes, this game is very charming. And of course, this is my card. Oh. My card is Dido. Dido Maple Mata is mine. And I don't have SH Don's, which would belong here. 8. Unfortunately. Okay, but I will not spoil this game for anybody. It's adorable. And I recommend it. Even if it's not on sale anymore, I recommend it. And it's so funny because, yeah, there's a company in it called Maple. And I have to ask Yan about that. Because I don't think it has to do with, like, Nancy Maple or anything like that. Even though it is bright red. And I keep forgetting to ask him, but I will get around to that. I just think it's a coincidence. Well, Flukus has just bought Super Brother Sword and Sorcery. Oh, Bilkin preferring to play adventure game on a sit-down at a computer. Don't want to have the option to just put it in my pocket and take it out at any moment. Yeah, Bilkin, I like to do that too, to kind of give myself that special computer time in front of, and just play an adventure game. But I will say, like, Adventuron has some beautiful, like, little text adventure games, and I like playing those on my phone sometimes. That's kind of relaxing. Yes, the basketball is the ball of wool. Yes, wool ball. And actually, just taking a break away from this, I'm not sure how crazy I am about this color. I don't know how I feel about this. This might need a re-examining. But let me just continue to break up some of this stuff and see if I can sell it to myself as something that I want to do. Yes, Waffles is a really good game. Many nods to modern indies. Yeah, there's some cameos that happen which are kind of really great. But yes, Ian about I must ask Ian about that Maple company. I really don't think. I just think it's a coincidence. But I kind of do want to add a cat into my game, but it's totally not not needed for the game, but it would be fun to have a cat in the game and maybe name it Waffles or something. Yes, SH done. Yeah, I it's Inspector Waffles has such a great style. It's so charming, and I just love the cat names for the characters. It's kind of like kind of noiry, kind of a light-hearted kind of noir game, but it's funny because the characters are called Patches and Spotty and Marmalade. It's really charming. The puns and waffles are to die for. I didn't notice them. Maybe. Not sure how I feel about this. Oh, that's Lucas. That's really nice. Lucas says sometimes I'll watch a game on stream that because I don't have time to ever play it, I'll just watch it, but still support it and buy it and support the dev. That's really nice. I do watch I was in a phase where I was watching a lot of Let's Plays, and it did feel nice. It did feel like I was enjoying a game, and but actually without taking the time to play it. But I am trying to make an effort nowadays to play more games, to read more books, all that type of thing, because I realized if I don't get into that habit, then it's just never going to happen. Oh wow, I just completely copied and pasted a layer with a shortcut. I need something else I'm going to need to do, I think. Actually, I'm going to be super lazy about this, and I'm going to just try something else. That's better. Oops. Oh, Joe is here for you. Says, I know an obscure and very short adventure game that I think is worth a play. Maggie's Apartment is technically a locked room game. Was made by a woman who was a student in art school at the time of release. Very unique style and a weird premise. Maggie's Apartment. I like recommendations. Of course. Oh, so that reminds me of that adventure, just not adventure game actually, the role playing game Scald, the Dark Priory. I think it's got amazing graphics, very pixelated. It's very I forget what is that a Commodore palette as well? That one I'm looking forward to. I am a backer of that. Um, what else? So yeah, I can't believe I forgot to even mention that because I did back it. So that does mean I am looking forward to it. Deluxe Talk says, I invest a lot of time into games and books, but the trade off is I haven't watched television or movies in years. Scald, I think it's called. Scald, it's called. And I think it's being published by Raw Fury, maybe? Potentially. It looks really, really, really good. And I actually remember back when they first started it, they were kind of having a call for pixel artists, and I almost applied because I found the look of it so appealing, but I was just... Yes, thank you. Perfect. Joe's here for you. Yes, Scald against the Black Priory. Yes. And I kind of wish I had gotten in on the team, even applied to that, but I was too busy with my own stuff. TV. I'm not really generally that good about watching TV, I'd say, but Better Call Saul is coming out in a few weeks, which is super exciting. Oh, cool! Someone did recommend a short text parser game today. I heard it's amazing. Ooh, cool! It's called I Doesn't Exist. Oh, that's gorgeous! Fantastic. I'm gonna open that up in another tab. Fantastic. You guys are amazing for sharing stuff like this. Lulatia Ichio, yeah. Everyone who has fun games that they want to share, please let me know. There's also like that If on a Winter's Night for Travelers is also gorgeous and it's free. Joe's here for you. I totally agree. Better Call Saul, I like it better than Breaking Bad as well. Flukas never watched all of Breaking Bad. Wifey did, and she loves Better Call Saul. Flukas, I don't know if you know this, and you might have been here enough for this, but I have a piece of art in Breaking Bad. In the season 3 finale, there's a piece of my art because I was doing work for an Albuquerque, New Mexico alt news weekly, and I would do cover art for them. And one of the set dressers got a hold of one, and while they were filming, that had been in Albuquerque. They was actually out on the street, and so it's on a table. Yes. Okay, actually I can show you guys that too. Lucas, perfect. You redeem show published artwork. Perfect. I mean, I probably have it in this room somewhere too. You know what? Let's go to Big Julia view, which is Control Tab. Okay. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna go to Big Julia view. I'm gonna see if I can find it somewhere real quick, and I can show you even like the context that it's in and stuff too. One moment. Perfect. 1 second. Okay, here we go. So first, I'll show... Okay, first I will show the piece in context. So let's go back to Photoshop for that. Which is Control Alt. Okay, right. So let me get to that. Oh wait, it would be on desktop. Streaming stuff. Hold on. Large icons. And okay, not in this one. It's going to be in streaming stuff. Okay. Here it is. Okay. So. And where is... Oh, there it is. Okay. So this, and those. Oh, no, not all that stuff. Okay, this, and this. Okay. It's just something that happened. They didn't tell me that it was going to be on, and I only saw it when I watched the episode. Okay, so here's the piece. So this, if anyone, hopefully this is not too spoilery, but this was a shot that happened near the end of season 3. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen the show, but someone got shot, and the camera pans over to this area where there is like lab notes and a newspaper and all this other stuff, and there's this piece here, which is it's called Alibi, and it's got some information here about the 20th issue or whatever. But the piece is the cover. Where to go? It's this. And so the cover is, it actually says, the actual cover says the 2011 issue. But someone changed it digitally to say 20th issue because I guess they didn't want the year on it. But that's how it did appear in print. And and the thing, what's great about this shot is that the shot lingers for maybe 3 or 4 seconds, which is like an eternity in TV. And in season 4, they'll have like recaps, and in the recaps they would show the shot as well, which is kind of great. So it got a lot of airtime, I'd say. No, Joe's here for you. It was extremely surreal for me to see this. I did not know. And I can't even believe that I noticed. But here is the piece just on its own without this extra stuff on it. So of course it was for like predictions of 2011 or whatever. And of course it's a Johnny Carson thing with Chinese takeout and the fortune cookie and stuff like that. And here is the piece. This is the digital piece. So I used to do a digital piece, and then I would do a silkscreen. So this ended up being a silkscreen print. And so I'll show you what the silkscreen print looks like because I do have them. I still have some left. So let's see. Of course, it's actually quite small. So here it is. And of course the green screen wants to eat it, so I will turn that off just temporarily. Okay. Right. So yeah, here is the silkscreen print. This is back when I would do silkscreen prints for stuff, which was nuts because it took like a long time. It added a lot of hours to a piece. Like this would add 3 or 4 hours to a piece. And I can't really justify the cost of that, but I kept on thinking, when you have something that you make in real life and it's not perfect, it's got like areas where the color's not registered properly, and those imperfections, that organic look would be really compelling. But eventually I gave up on this because a lot of times illustrations don't pay really well, so I just went with digital exclusively. So a silkscreen print, Pascal Leroux, is what it is it's like taking, if you want to think of it like a fine mesh almost, but very, very fine. And what you do is you kind of create a screen where some parts the mesh is open and some parts are not. And so you would print one color at a time. And so for this, I would use something called photo emulsion, where I would have the design for, let's say, just the red color. And that would be, printed on a black clear acetate. I would expose the screen that had been coated with this photosensitive liquid and dry. I would expose the screen to light, and the parts that were not darkened, so the parts that weren't for the red, would harden in the light. And then I would remove the acetate. I would wash out the screen, and the only parts that would wash out would be like the red areas. And I would be able to use push ink through it, kind of like a squeegee, onto paper and onto absorbent paper. And then you would do that like 5 or 6 times, or however many colors would be in a silkscreen print, and you would line them up, well, not perfectly, but you can see my registration marks here on the sides here. You would line them up and kind of layer them on top of each other until you achieve the look you're going for. So Gomon-sama asked how many colors this is. This one was the warm red, the olive green, the khaki, and the brown, and the yellow. So this is a 5-color silkscreen print. And it would take me a long time. So this would take, like I said, an extra 3 or 4 hours for a piece that probably I made $200 on, or 200 US or something like that. So I couldn't justify the price. I was just spending all this extra time for an effect, but it wasn't economically making sense to do it this way. So eventually I kind of went just to the digital way of doing things. Um, control tab, right. Oh, Lucas, you went to art school as well. I loved art school. I went to an arts high school. I went to an arts college, and it was great because we got to learn all these things. Silkscreen printing I kind of came to a bit later in life. I did one silkscreen print when I was in high school, and it didn't even use that photosensitive emulsion. We literally cut out parts of like plastic and then use that for the silkscreen, which is not as fast as doing it with the photo emulsion. I haven't done silkscreen printing in a long time, but I used to make my Christmas cards like that. Oh, you have your degree in graphic design. Nice. Yeah, yes, Pascal Leroux. I love silkscreen printing. I love just printmaking in general. I've always wanted to try lithography, and I've just never got around to it. Yay, Vilken, you made your Class C uniforms in your Boy Scout troop by silkscreening. Silkscreening, yeah, it's really good for making T-shirts. Off Lucas, so you went from graphic designer to nurse's aide to web developer, now back to nursing. Yeah, life is long and strange, full of lots of twists and turns. Yeah, I mean this was my start. So I graduated from college, and I started working doing magazine stuff. We've shown other magazines and newspapers that I've done stuff in, and sometimes you get really cool stories like this. But it just, in terms of time, like I said, time invested versus the amount of money you would get on something like this, it's hard to justify. You did lithography, Flucus. I'm so jealous. We did not have the, well, we probably did have the facilities to do printmaking, but I think printmaking was a completely separate thing because we had glass blowing and we had all that stuff. But like because I was doing illustration, that was a completely separate kind of department, so we didn't do that stuff. We did like painting and drawing, but lithography, I love the look of it, and eventually one of these days I will do it. Same with glass blowing. SH Don, thank you so much for coming. I'm so sorry I did not find your wool ball card yet. But maybe I'll stick my nose into Inspector Waffles again and see if I can find every card, because you can see I am missing a few. Oh, you did one print with photo emulsion. You drew on acetate and burned into plates. Yes, intaglio. Okay, so Gomatsum, I know exactly what you mean. So it would be, it was photosensitive like film, and you would put it on these metal plates, and then you'd run it through like a press. It's called, I can't remember. Tab 2GG, Inspector Waffles is really like lovely and just super relaxing. You're going to enjoy it, I think. And woodcut, I've never done woodcut. Of course, I've done like lino blocks and stuff, and I actually think I've got a lino block somewhere like left over that I can use. I just haven't got around to it. But yeah, I love lino cutting. Lithography would be awesome. Silkscreen printing I've done a lot of, and I do really like it. So yeah, there's something comparing the final printed piece. So this is the silkscreen, like a not very high resolution of the silkscreen versus the color comp. And the color comp, of course, has all the details perfect. But I do like the weird randomness that crops up in the actual silkscreen print. Maybe one day I'll go back to that. Oh my gosh, Lucas, you just found the old class name. Your senior year, spring semester, year 2000, AD 215 printmaking, papermaking. I would have loved to take that course. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, it's just like there's so many things I want to do in my life, like learn like new art techniques, just get better at the ones I already know. Pascal Leroux, good to know. It's something I was wondering. Waffles were invented in the 1600s, so you're good calling a cat in the game that name. I would love to make like a Waffles, a cat with like that same coloring of Inspector Waffles, and name the cat Waffles in the game. But anyway, that's the aside for the night. I like to think that I'm in the Breaking Bad Better Call Saul universe in a weird way because I'm an illustrator who worked on the Alibi in this universe. So if I go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, maybe maybe I'll run into, well, I can't, but maybe that will be the real history there for me. Oh, well, yeah, I don't even remember if we had academic advisors in college. I guess maybe just I never took advantage of that. And no, Flucus, don't worry. I always love showing this. I never have a reason to bring this out, but I'm always happy to. And you can actually see that the set dresser actually, there's a second copy of this. There's no reason that this character would have two copies of the same, like, newspaper thing. But, who knows how long they had to prep it or whatever. And it's Farewell to Nova Scotia, my favorite piece in the Great Canadian Tune Book. So. Andy Graham, welcome to chat. Oh, thank you. Andy Graham says, just wanted to drop by and say, love your work. You inspire me to work on my own game. And Andy Graham, that is the best thing you could say in stream. So thank you. I love hearing that when people say that watching stream or just listening to stream while they're doing something else, they are inspired to make their own game or make their own art or any of that stuff. I love. Oh, and here of course this is the the penciled version of the piece. Here is the inked version of the piece. Oops. So there it is. I would ink by just like with a paintbrush, like a small paintbrush. No, thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I miss drawing with pencil sometimes, I think. But you know what might be better? And now see, it's really good to just take a break away from the bucket and come back to it, because now I'm thinking this color for this shadow is probably not the greatest. But I'm actually thinking maybe this cobalt, like the lighter cobalt color, would be better for this. Oops. Fractal Mind Mike, thank you so much for the bits. Awesome. Full screen? Like full screen of bucket? Like just gigantic? I'm more than happy to accommodate you. Pengo Ray, good to see you. Just get some EGA pencils. This is true. This is true. In fact, I do have my old Prismacolors from high school, and I maybe can pick out some of the EGA colors. Oh, it's Big Julia? Oh, I'm so sorry. Right. I tend to do that. Control Alt. So all that time when I was talking about showing the pencils for the piece, you guys were seeing nothing? Okay. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Well, yes, that I will do that. I'll show the pencils again. So sorry. Thank you, back to my mic. Thank you for the bits for doing that. If people just yell at me enough, I will get the point. But I do appreciate the bits. I've gone full book. Okay, yeah. So here is the inked version of the piece. Penciled, inked. Oh, Fractal Mind Mike says I stream 6 days a week and I still do it all the time. Well, yeah, that's a bit of a comfort to me. But yeah, I'll show that one last time. All that stuff. Yes, and yeah, I'm just realizing that with the bucket, I do like that softer color for that bounced light a bit more. And in fact, we might go so far as... I need my EGA color palette. I might even want to do that for this side of the bucket, but we will save a different layer for that. The lighter color, that's probably too bright. Well, Pascal Leroux, my pencils are a disaster. I have to use really thick paper because I press hard with my pencil, like way too hard, and then I erase and draw back and erase and draw back so much that the paper starts just to be chewed up. Actually, I don't know, I kind of don't mind. That's actually kind of nice because I feel like the darker green is too dark. I don't mind that at all. And it does work better with the cyan. So I think that's what I think I'll go with that for now. 10:10. So at 10:30, we will move into Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade: The Graphic Adventure. I have gotten very not far in the game so far because a lot of the time I'm just appreciating the art, which I think, I don't know, I'm just imagining Indiana Jones would probably be very appreciative of the gorgeous sights of Venice. But now as I do this, I feel like the top of the handle, I think, needs some brightening up. So I'm probably going to get into that. Right. My paint box. And next week, I'm not sure what we're going to be getting ourselves into. It might be a Dan week. It might not be a Dan week. Time will tell. But there will be something. My paintballs. I do enjoy the captions. I mean, first of all, like, they're functional, but they can be entertaining. I do wonder about launching this game this year. I mean, and that's, yes, even aside from the Return to Monkey Island news. I do kind of wonder how feasible that is. But I will try. And, you know, the Twitter discourse has been, oh, I feel bad for game developers who are launching in 2020 or whatever. But I'm kind of the opinion that, yeah, this has been said on Twitter as well, that the awareness of the new Monkey Island game, it will hopefully raise awareness for adventure games in general, and that's never a bad thing. Fractal Mind Mike, yeah, it's actually super handy. What I have right now is I've got this thing called Web Captioner, and this is what it looks like. I think it only works through Chrome, but it's really nice because it actually saves my settings because it kind of goes in with my Google profile or whatever, and so it's all I do is do like a window capture and then kind of like crop the window up however I please, and you can change like a lot of the settings here, like how big the text is, what kind of text, like the font, the color, all that. I'm keying out the green color that I put in the background so that it can be there can be a transparent border behind it. I'm pretty fond of it. It gives visual interest, and also thematically it's nice because my game's a text parser game and I love text. Yes, gamers only buy one game a year, exactly. Like, you only have to look at all of our backlogs to know that that's definitely not the case. So I think that increased awareness of adventure games is wonderful. I'm all for it. Yes, exactly. Deluxe Talk said when the news dropped, I made a joke to the effect of adventure devs releasing in 2022. The gauntlet has been thrown. My condolences. I was mostly joking though, although Monkey Island will drive the discourse for the foreseeable future and clean up on awards. Yeah, Fractal Mind, Mike, I do like them, and I know there's some people who either they can't have the volume up or they have people who have hearing issues. All these things, like they do appreciate them. So I think it's a great thing to have on a stream if it's something that you can fit into your setup. When it comes to adventure game awards, actually, I would like to ask chat which are the ones that are like the good ones to look at, because I don't know very much about that aspect of things. Like what should I be submitting to, type of thing. When the game is finished, because who knows when that's going to happen, but it's nice to think about those things. Because I've heard of stuff on Twitter and stuff, but I don't really know how much cachet each of them have. Yes, of course, the AGS Awards, the Aggies, Adventure Gamers website does one as well, the Aggies, yep. So that studio says, I will launch my game sometime after Juliet to hopefully avoid embarrassing art comparisons. Ha! Huh. I don't know. I mean, you seem to be getting stuff done at a pretty good clip. I might be releasing after you, especially if I don't release this year. Opengo raises. I feel most game dev awards are for other game devs to see. I know there's joystick maybe. There's something called Indiecade. There is like the dice something. Um, yeah, I don't know anything. Oh, cool. Deluxe Tug says I've personally bought games as a result of being featured in the Aggies, especially when I was just getting into the genre. That's good to know. Yeah, I have no idea. Hmm. Yes, and mostly getting recognition feels good. It may increase eyeballs to your game. That's why I do so much stuff anyway. So yeah, I mean that's kind of how I see awards. And when I work on other like contract stuff or when I do panels or a stream or anything, like it's all about like getting eyeballs on the game. And so yeah, that's how I tend to approach it. Yes, exactly. General sense of recognition to your name for any future projects. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I did mention I do want a touch of the cyan on the outside, so we're gonna explore that as well. And what that's gonna look like would be cyan dithering, the light cyan dither. Duplicating this. Oops. No, I didn't want to do whatever that was. Star power. Name recognition. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about star power, but yeah, like just like, hey, here I am. I'm, doing stuff. Type of stuff. And I did. I've talked to you guys, I think, before about how, yeah, I'm gonna launch this game. It's gonna happen. I don't know when, but I will. But I don't, who knows how well it's gonna do or how well it's not gonna do. In which case, I would still like to do stuff in the games industry, and doing all that other stuff helps to continue to get to do stuff in the game industry, even if maybe I can't cut it just doing my own solo stuff, which that's definitely something realistic. It's kind of hard to just be a solo dev and not, especially if you don't have a publisher, like a solo dev with nothing else on the side. Like it's kind of can be important to have other types of work you can do, even if it's not related to the games industry. Like just having other work, and all the other stuff like potentially awards and like all that other stuff we mentioned, like panels and contracts. All that stuff kind of adds together to hopefully make you look like someone people would want to work with potentially. Oh, cool. Deluxe Talk says Aggies have two parts: staff picks and audience vote. I did not know that. Wow, you played 35 to 40 games of the games last year, Deluxe Talks. Holy cow. Oh, wow, interesting. Pengo Ray says Wikipedia's notability standards have some focus on awards, so it helps to have awards and nominations to create a Wikipedia page. Wow. That's very good to know. Absolutely. Yeah, 35 to 40 games for Lux Tux is really good. Like, and I think, yeah, playing stuff is, if you're making stuff, I think it can be important to just, see what's going on. Not everyone has to do that, of course. I mean, some game developers famously don't play games at all. It would be cool to have a Wikipedia page, I won't lie. Who wouldn't want a Wikipedia page? I'm happy for my blue check, my blue Twitter check that I have. I don't know why or how that I got that. I applied for it because everyone else was, and I got it. And I don't know how they decide that, but that was nice. I feel like still this brown that's sorry, this gray is kind of not doing it for me yet. Slash Studio says, "You got the Twitter check because you're in the Breaking Bad universe." Well, I don't know, maybe. I have no idea why. Hmm. I almost feel like I want some solid of that light color to make it, it's not really like grabbing me as metallic yet. Something like that. But in terms of, yeah, in terms of recognition, industry recognition, I guess I'll take the check, like the the, the blue Twitter check. And I have a few things on my Steam page, like just finalist of like not having won anything really. Although I did get that Pixels grant, which helped me buy the computer that I'm working on right now. So that's also nice. But I don't know how awards work. Do other people nominate you for stuff, or do you just submit to that? There's an award called the Canadian Screen Awards, and they do have like a video game or computer game category, and you basically submit yourself. So I don't know if that's how everything else works. Nearly time to move over to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Lucas, thank you so much for being here as always. It's always nice. Don't apologize for chatting because you always have something interesting to say. Have a wonderful night and hopefully see you some other time. Yeah, I think that's helping me. I might do more of that. And maybe incorporating some of that into some of that rim area. But um yes. Not bad. Not bad. Liking how it's going. We might have to, yeah, mix it up a little bit, change a few things here and there, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Um, okay. Wonderful. Oh, I forgot to turn on. Forgot to turn on my thing, my hair. Wow. I forgot to turn on back on my chroma key. Okay, we're gonna move on to some Let's Playing. We're gonna play a little bit of the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade EGA version. The EGA version is not for sale on Steam or GOG, but I do own the VGA version. We're just not going to play the VGA version because that's not where my interest lies. But I assure you I've got legitimate copies. Oh. Okay. And let me just find my I've got a note for mounting Crusade because I just sometimes forget where it is. Okay. We're going to get that started. Show and tell. Okay. Yeah, never mind. This is my work in progress cross stitch, which we don't need to see. And then we have DOSBox. Great. Okay. But we need to move some stuff around. this. Okay, so this comes down here, and then we have to move. Sorry, there's some shifting around that has to happen. Oops. This goes up here. Right. Okay, and oops. Just a couple. We'll just have a couple lines. There has to be some room for the dialogue to get up there. Oop. Okay. Hopefully that's gonna do the trick. Okay. Open device. Oop. We have, yeah, so far I just started something up I shouldn't have. What is this? Oh no. I'm starting up the Telwinium Chronicles up by accident. Okay. No, quit. That's something else I want to play actually. Dave Lloyd's Telwinium Chronicles. Mount C. GOG. Okay, that might be a bit loud. Sorry. Okay. And it's loud for me. Okay. Great. Beautiful CG, beautiful VGA. EGA. That's what this is. Okay. Well, it did actually transcribe EGA and VGA. That's nice. Okay. Can we just make this bigger? Okay. Okay. We'll see if any of that obscures anything. Oh, my voice is low? Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I changed that. Okay, now it should be okay. Okay, good. So we're not obscuring any of the typing. Good. Good. Okay. Think that'll do. Thank you very much. Okay, so hopefully everything is well in hand now. I guess I can make myself a bit bigger now that that's important. Okay. All right. We are going to get into this. We were last where? Oh, right. Translation notes. Right. Okay. So. 5. Load. I think library. Okay. Hopefully everything is nicely set, and we can see that I have 5 inventory items: a small key, old book, whip, painting, and Grail diary. Can we can't talk to this guy? It's funny how talk is. Oh wow. Oh. I was not expecting that. Okay, stacks. That's glorious. I'm just squinting because I want to see what I would have really liked to see in this, and I think that's somewhat the case. Actually, it is the case. So we can see how the lighting condition here, we have this main light source in the top center. Yeah, it's really nice because you can see the lighting in the ground, but also if you take a look at the bookshelf, the gold parts on the spine, you can see them better in that lit area, and if you go to either side, the right and the left, you can see a bit of the yellow being picked up on some of these spines, but it's not nearly as prevalent as in that lit area, and as well with the brighter colors. So you've got some of the touches of bright green here, more than you have on either side. The bright red as well in these books. You see that more in this lit area. So it's a very subtle reinforcement of the lighting condition that we're seeing on the floor being extended to the bookshelf. Yes, Eden, it says Indy's lost in the library again. I am, yes. Is this like a pixel hunt? Walk to books, look at books? Tales of the Ark of the Covenant and other outlandish folk stories. Right. I love his suggestion of his 5 o'clock shadow. Just so it's what, one, two, three, four. It's 5 pixels of 5 o'clock shadow. Time to look at every book. I know. I mean, what is books? What is next room? This can't be a thing. Is it? Is this a thing? Do we need to find a single book in here? I'm not prepared for that. Jim Matt says Thimbleweed Park's nightmare was a nightmare of riches in the library. So many books. Can you read the books in the Thimbleweed Park library? Oh, look, this is nice, but I want to go back into the stacks. Is this a different? Okay, no, so it's basically the same. Okay. I just want to hold on. We're gonna examine this part. Are they readable books in the Thimbleweed Park library? Because you can read a. Okay, wow. Okay, I think that was a backer reward or something, wasn't it? All right. And I still have now played Dolores, like that little extra part. Because when Dolores first came out, my old computer could not play it anyway for whatever reason. Um, but that's something else I think it around to. I'm looking forward to playing Dolores. Look at this. This is just amazing. It looks very familiar to me. Can we use? No. Can we use the Grail Diary on this? Is that something we can do? Nope. Use. No. Use what? Use Grail Diary. No. Okay, well, let's do what is. That's always shelves, stone lion, slab. Whoa, okay, all the different slabs. Window. Okay. So let's look at these plaques. How about that? Book inscription. 6, 2, and 4. Mostly lame jokes, but kind of fun. And the Thimbleweed Park books. Dolores is more of a tech demo. Okay, Plato was like, oh yeah, I see. Okay. Do you wonder if Dolores was an experiment to return to Monkey Island? Oh, I missed what this inscription said. Oops. Oh no. Look. Okay. 764. This looks like a puzzle. I'm not thrilled. Okay, look, stone lions. Okay. Okay, can we even open the Grail Diary? Is that something we can do? My father's Grail Diary. We can't use it? Okay. I guess I have to write some stuff down. So on the left one, six, two, four. This looks like a tricky puzzle. You can already feel me being discouraged by this. This is 6, 5, 4. So one is 6, 2, 4, one is 6, 5, 4. Can we open any of these slabs? I need to use a tool that provides leverage. Okay, so that's like a movie thing. Try to look at, okay, Bilkin, good idea. Look at Grail Diary. Oh. Yeah, but I will look at the Grail Diary. It's a package from my father. Okay. Oh. But what is, so these are the things we need. Cordon barrier. Metal post. Okay. See, I saw some of these screens being repeated and I thought we were just walking in circles. I don't see anything special about it. Okay. Well, yeah. It should at least indicate that you can take stuff. But maybe you can't pick up this. Pick up. Ooh, we got the red cord and... Oh, look at this. And the metal post. Okay. Great. Okay, so we've done something. This just looks duplicated, which I understand why they would do that. 624654. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Oh no, the manual was necessary. Okay, so what I'm getting is that I need to look at the manual. Okay, we'll do that. I do own the GOG, so let me just grab the manual. My gosh, fascinating. All right, hold on. I will do that. Let me get into GOG. I'm sure I could find it quicker on the internet, but I do have it legit. So, oh, Chris of Monkey Island, $7.99. Okay, my games. 8675309. Is that the solution to this puzzle? And whatever happened to GOG used to have that nice bookshelf look, and now it's just like a list of things, and it's not nearly as fun. Indiana Jones. Not found. Oh, what? Can anyone help me find out how to make my my GOG look like it used to look like? I know you guys can't see it right now, don't worry about that. I'm just gonna find Indiana Jones. Last Crusade, Jones, Last Crusade manual. No, Fractal Modpack, I don't use GOG Galaxy because I am resistant to just downloading clients on my computer. Okay, I found the manual. Okay. It's all very nice. There's the fighting controls and everything, which I'm going to ignore. Oh no, this is just the game. This is just like the game guide or whatever, like how do you play it. Oh, okay, so now they want you to get GOG Galaxy on your Mac and it has more of a bookshelf appearance. Okay, so this is just like the game guide. That's not useful. Nope. Oh my gosh. Okay, view as grid. Okay. Game. Okay. In the GOG website, you can go to your account, games, and select view as grid on the top. Okay, hold on. We're going to go to full screen mode. We're going to see Julia's GOG collection. Control Alt. Okay. Here it is. Okay, it's not by sorted by. It's not that. Go to your account, games, and select view as grid. Personalize? No, I don't care about the background. Menu at the top. Okay. Menu at the top. You just said open. Games options. Personalize? Games option in the pull down. Exciting. Okay, jam. Okay. Sorry, I'm not good at this. Okay. Jam. Okay. right? Okay. Menu at the top. Oh. Click your profile name at the very top of the site. My account. Okay, activity feed your profile. Select grid. This. Then games. Okay, games. Oh, weird. Okay. Sure. Thank you. Much better. There it is. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Reference card Grail oh, here it is. Grail Diary. Wonderful. Sure, there. Great. I don't care. Extract it here. It's fine. Yay, thank you so much. Switch to dark mode. One thing at a time. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Here we go. Grail Diary. Look at this. It looks like beef jerky. Or fruit roll-up. This is wonderful. Okay, I'm not reading this. There better be more to it than this. Okay. I love it. I love all, like, the fake, like, the... Aw, this is sweet. Indy downloaded the Grail Diary from his dad's PPS. Braille Diary. Did it say Braille? Oh, Maximus asks, have you changed your Steam profile name from JM yet? I don't think so, Maximus. I think I just forgot about doing that. This is great, though. This is great. I love this kind of thing. Oh, look, different kinds of columns. Ioric, Doric, and whatever the other one is. Does anyone have the big box of this game? I do not. I'm not reading all this. There's just no way. Oh. Okay, we're almost near the end. Okay, ooh. Canyon of the Crescent Moon. Ooh, oh, illustrations. I get so excited. Why do you keep putting your cup on God. Why do you keep putting your cup on your Grail Diary? And this looks like it would be a small cup. Like, it doesn't look like the right size, considering the size of the pages in the book. I'm not reading this. I'm never going to read this. There's way too many of these cup marks. It's a shot glass. This is true. And all of a sudden, like, the writing gets all, like, spaced out and wonky. Okay, no, I'm not. There's no way I'm reading this. You guys, ever. Oh, that's true. Grindislav. Dr. Jones loves it espresso. Yeah, let's why don't we give a shout out to Grindislav. Grindislav, are you streaming tomorrow? I'm not doing this. I refuse to read this. I'm getting obstinate. Oh, good. What are you streaming tomorrow, Grindislav? Grindislav, of course, is Francisco Gonzalez, currently working on Rosewater. Wild West Wednesdays are Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. No, we're not doing that. Someone just give me the answer. I'm shameless. Oh, nice. You're streaming Happy Little Trees. Fantastic. Someone just tell me what to do. That person 122. No apologies. Good to see you. We're just playing a little bit of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the graphic adventure in EGA. I'm told that the Grail Diary has the solution to this problem, but it's just 66 pages of cursive writing, and I'm not reading it. Bill Kuhn, have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming. I'm just going to look up the solution to this. I want to get on with my life. Indiana Jones. Jones. Last Crusade. I just want to look at the pretty pictures. Um, Stained glass. Venice. Walkthrough. Let's go through walkthrough. After I get okay, I promise. After I figure out, we just get past this not fun puzzle. I will try to keep playing like a normal person. Oh, we need books. Oh no. Oh no, no, don't do this to me. This sounds painful. Okay. Okay. Someone might choose poorly later in this game. This is not even formatted properly for my phone. We're gonna get another walkthrough. Okay. Yes, in the original version, you need to get a 5-year master's degree in Aramaic history to solve this puzzle. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Henry's House, Venice. Okay. I need to find 3 books. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, we need to go back to the entrance. All the shelves look the same. Just slowly check every bookshelf. No, we're not. We're just gonna follow this thing. Oh, look at this. It is beautiful though. Like, look at the little guy. I just noticed that. Oh my gosh. No. This all. Oh my gosh. I'm just lost now. I might just load the game. Help. I literally am lost in the library. We're gonna have to load. Nope. Okay, if I don't make it to the next screen, I'm gonna load and I'll be at the right place. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, that was really discouraging how long that took to get back. Fractal Mind Mike says, pretty sure you can find a map of the sewers or something and a biplane flight manual and maybe one other book. Okay, yes, it mentions you. I'm just gonna go through this. This puzzle, no. No to this puzzle. Okay, from the entrance, walk to the shelves on the lower left. So these shelves are different. They just don't look different enough, do they? Lower left, lower left. Get in there. Okay. Find the manual on biplanes. Second row from the bottom, far left. You know, even with a walkthrough, this is asking a lot. Kimma BG, good to see you. This section could use some moody MT32 music. Unfortunately, I only have really cheerful Canadian folk tunes. I should find actually some more MIDI music. And I wish there was like some John Williams going on here. Okay. Walk to the shelves on the lower left. You can find a manual on biplanes on the second row from the bottom, far left. Okay, what is? You're kidding, right? Will it show up as a manual? Second row from the bottom, far left. No, no. Bunch of how-to books. Okay. Oh, BMD Nerd says, I got walked through this puzzle too. The fact that it wasn't like the movie disappointed me. Yeah, the movie was a lot more straightforward. And thank you, BMD Nerd, because I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like, are you kidding me, right? Like, just from the entrance, walk to the shelves on the lower left. You can find a manual on biplanes to the second row from the bottom, far left. Is this something I need to do? First of all. Fractal Mind Mike solved this manually. You missed one of the books. Someone had to tell me to go back here to find one. There's a single book. Yeah, I can see there's a single... Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, there's a book here. Everything else is, but it looks the same. Oh no. Yeah, I was hoping to find a post and break the floor. Yeah, the section of the movie where Indiana Jones spends 45 minutes just reading every single spine in this library. No, it's no, because okay, so this book is what? So this book is, it should just be a volume in an encyclopedia of one of the encyclopedias, right? No, I can't. Now this looks interesting, but no, I can't even. Why? Okay, is this a 12 volume series on how to fly biplanes? Like, why is each of this is each of these books how to fly a different kind of plane? Because it doesn't make sense. Okay, so it's just a bunch of how to books. It's a series of them. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh no. Welcome to late 80s adventure game design, Grundislav. My gosh. Well, okay, I gotta save the game. Because, no, 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 no. Don't. Ugh. Biplanes. No. Mm-mm. Okay, so let's find that other book. Yeah, that book is at least 10 pixels big. Like, it's just not a pixel hunt. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I wish this had the punchy path, the thought path, and the whatever the third path was in Fate of Atlantis. Okay, let's find that next book. So okay, so to be clear, this is something I have to do for this game. I will be stuck if I don't. Is that what you're telling me, or is this just optional? Is this for fun? I mean, this all ostensibly should be for fun because it is a game, but you know what I mean. Okay, so walk to the left to the first areas with stained glass windows. Find the walk to the left. Okay, so I did get the cordon. So is this where the cordon was? Next lower left. The book Mein Kampf is a brown book that is leaning. What? We need a copy of Mein Kampf. Oh, oh, see, so this is different. See, this is obviously different. I think you only have to find one of the books, but you don't remember Fractal Mike says. Yeah, Goemon Sama. So can we expect a library puzzle which requires us to read 60 pages of cursive writing to solve the Crimson Diamond? Oh yeah, yeah. There's gonna be. This is gonna come with Nancy Maple's diary, and it's gonna be like my worst handwriting, and no one's gonna want to read it. Okay, so this looks obviously different. Okay, look book. Now this looks interesting. Okay. Can I take this book? Okay, so I don't know. I don't like Indiana Jones describing Hitler's Mein Kampf as this looks interesting. Ah, Deluxe Extra stuck on the Pixel Hunt in Monkey Island 2. Okay, so we have Mein Kampf and a biplane book. Go left once again, follow the lower left shelves. Okay, the final book that's helpful. Okay, so let's save. Bach 2, it's fine. It just kind of, I guess I'm kind of surprised. Of course, even in this era, like a lot of games had like funny puzzles or, weird logic. But it's weird to see it in a LucasArts game. Like, I don't think I've ever really played a LucasArts game that was this picky. Okay, so, okay. Final third book. Go left. Okay, follow the lower left shelves. Third and final book containing some useful maps. Far right, third row from the bottom. Far right, third row from the bottom. There will be pick up the cordon, move to the next lower left to show the book is my call. Go left once again, follow it. Third and final. Far right, third row from the bottom. Far right, third row from the bottom. Oh! There it is. Mm-mm. It just, I don't know. I guess, yeah, it's like it's weirdly upsetting. Called Secrets of the Roman Catacombs. Oh, if you have an item selected and click pick up twice, it picks up twice. Yeah, I agree to stuff. I have now played Zack McCracken. I get because my very first game from LucasArts was Secret of Monkey Island, so that's a. Oh, and then I played Loom probably around the same time, so I never really experienced like the unfairness that I've seen here, and it's kind of rocking my world. Oh, you don't need the books, but they make your life a lot easier. Hi, I'm Little Teapot. Good to see you, by the way. Okay, so save. Block 3. Oh no. Okay. It's good to see you. Oh, Factum on Mike is saying that Zack McCracken is awesome. Okay, and Monkey Island, Greenslave says is where Loom and Monkey Island is where LucasArts found their stride. Okay, so now we have that, but that doesn't help me with this puzzle, does it now? Right? Okay, I just wanted to get out of this. So, hold on. I need to continue to cheat. Because I don't like this library thing. Look at the Grail diary. Note the design of the window. End of quotation. Like, look in the game? Okay, third and final book. Look at the Grail. There's no window here. Look. Do they mean look at the actual Grail diary? Like the one we were... Yeah. Okay. Walk through the room in the stained glass until you find the one that matches the picture. Okay, so I do have to... I don't have to read, because I'm not going to do that, but let me just quickly go to the PDF and find the picture. Let's do this on 2-page view. Okay. Okay, so we need to find in the Grail diary a picture. Look for fun. Note the design of the window. Walk through the room with stained glass windows. Find one that exactly matches the picture. This is one of the most frustrating LucasArts game eating away. It says you can miss stuff and you can die. Okay, I got news. I don't see anything that matches in this Grail diary, the stained glass window. Um, Deluxe Tugs, have a great night. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the pictures. So I'm going to actually go to full screen mode. So I've got DOSBox open. I've got the Grail diary open, and it doesn't really look like it. This is the closest thing to what they're talking about that I can see. But these, I don't see how anything would. That's not the windows. Okay, that's not the windows. Okay. Okay. Grail diary. This one with the thing? No. This one with this? The sword with this inscription? Is that what we're looking at? Wow. I am glad that I am playing this because I think it's important to get a full picture of, old stuff. Hmm. Wow. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in here that would indicate stained glass. Oh, gee. Oh, gee, you guys. I wanted to see some new screens. We did see, we did see, um, one new screen, which was the books. But I was like, this thing? The thing with the deer drinking out of the thing? The sword and the thing. Okay, the sword and the thing. Okay. Wow. Yikes. There was a window with a sword in it. Okay, This is true. Mouse Miss Archaeologist Life's not all fun and games. I... I only see two different... Um... yeah, this accurately represents what this would actually be like. See, I'm not seeing any... Um... stained glass that has a sword in it. This is... This is... Oh, you know what? Also my captions are frozen. I can see that. Give me a second. Must have minimized it. There it is. Okay. Sorry. Oh. Can you read the plaques on the columns of the lines? Yes, Grindaslav, I can. This one, someone cut numbers 1, 8, 2, 8, and 1. 2, 8, and 1. Oh my gosh. 5, 3, and 4. Yes, so um, there are inscriptions. The quotation will mention a number and a direction, which indicates the Roman numeral to read. It says, for example, the first on the right. Once you have the numeral, use the metal post to smash the indicated slab on the floor. Oh my gosh. Okay. Walk through the rooms with stained glass windows until you find the one that matches the picture from the book. Another quotation will mention a number and a direction would indicate which Roman numeral to read. Now the quotation will mention a number and a direction. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay. Okay. I respect that this walkthrough is trying to also still make me think and work for it, but I also find this super annoying too. Just tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to figure it out. That's not fair. Oh, does it change? Is it randomized? Oh my god. I want to get to the catacombs. I'm gonna look at a different walkthrough. It may. Oh no. It may be randomized. Look at the Grail Diary. Are you kidding? I don't even know if I'm looking at the right thing. Well, silver is form of the sea, bright as the mirror, the coracle, crystal, quality of appearance, the metal silver. Nope. I, Entirely different provenance than the rest of the codex. It's a volume, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I don't see anything with a sword in it. This page says UHS hint pages. Did you look at the Grail Diary in the inventory? I tried to look at the Grail Diary in the inventory, and it just said, look. Oh no. Look, Grail Diary. It's a package from my father. I tried to open Grail Diary. It's my father's Grail Diary. Tried to use Grail Diary. That doesn't seem to work. Okay, thank you, Joe's here for you. This, like, I don't, the walkthrough, not good. Okay. Venice. Library. Okay. 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 The window in the diary looks like the ones in the library. Look at the window. Okay, look at the windows in the library until Andy says this one looks just like the one in the diary. Okay. See, that's helpful. This looks very familiar to me. Okay, sure. See, the other walkthrough did not indicate that. Look. Okay, wait. He doesn't say that the one looks exactly. So that's what I need first. But these look all the same. This one looks the same as the other one. So far this is giving me a little bit of hope, but I'm really not that hopeful. Okay, I'm going to save it here. Look for window. Because as far as I can see, there's only two that there's this one with the angels and the shield. And when I look at it, he says, looks very familiar to him. Fine. And then there's this other one with the dude's head. See, that's still the same one as the angels. The angels one. Looks very familiar to him. Okay, sure. Then there's this one with the... This is the same thing. They all look the same. Are they supposed to be the same? Now I'll try to go to the lower area and cycle through that. Oh, okay, so this one's got a sword. That's too similar, you guys. No, wait. It just says the same thing. I will say the bookshelf is a marvel. So this one, is there some way after looking in the diary to look at the page or something to trigger Indy so he knows what to look for? I will try. I will get back to the one that had the sword in it, because that's probably the right one. Try using Grail Diary on window. Okay, let me get to that same one that had the sword in it, because that's, yeah. Then we will look. Wow. Okay. I tried opening the Grail Diary. Yeah, it did not do anything, but I will try using it on the window. But yeah, so let's just try. Oop. Alright, now I gotta find the one with the sword again. Okay, here's the one with the sword. Okay. Oh, you see there's like, is that light different? Okay, so this is sword window. Sword window. Okay. So this one has a sword in it. This looks very familiar to him. Look. Grail Diary. It's a package from his father. Use Grail Diary. Open Grail Diary. Okay, no. Okay. That's fine. So let's just pretend like this. Let's operate on the assumption that this is the correct window, even though there's no indication of that. Okay, next. Back to the UHS thing. Oh, where'd it go? Right there. I've never used the universal hint system. That's actually quite cool. Okay, look at the windows in the library until Indy says this one looks just like the one in the diary. He doesn't say that, first of all, so maybe it's changed from version to version. Look at the diary again. There's something either to the left or to the right. Look, there's room in normals like the one on the... Okay, so let's look... Okay, let's look to the left, because in the Grail Diary there is something to the left. 3, 5, 4. Mention something about the first, second, or third. Okay. Can we just try... Okay. That... But... I'm not happy still. I... I will take you through my thought process for that, and then we'll sign off at 11:30. But I will take you through my thought process. So this was probably just I didn't even. You ever get that feeling where you're doing something and you have no idea what you're doing, but you get it right anyway, and then you feel like cheated? Okay. Um. Control. Okay. So you can see here I've got this Grail diary open, and I had okay. Well, here's the sword. Here's the sword, right? And what I did was okay. Well, here's a picture of the sword, and then there's this cross mark that's to the left, right? And so I figured it was either the number whatever the three numbers I was given on that left column, and I figured I can just try each of those numbers until one works. I don't think this is it. I think it lets you break any of them. Oh no, you're just gonna have to climb out again. Yeah, I do have the Grail diary open, but like, there's no indication or reason I would ever believe that this was the right way to do this. Um, so maybe I'm still wrong, and I forgot. I didn't even see what Indy said. This is not the right one. Okay, so we're gonna load that again. So it should look different, is what I'm hearing. This is something else. Okay. Okay. So a look. So I tried 5. Let's try the 3. I don't know if you get a... So any of these breaks. Okay. I'm just going to look at the thing again. I don't think this... Okay, so he says I don't think it's the right slab. Okay. This. We're not even going to talk about how unusual it would be for there to be completely different catacombs. We're not going to do that. Let's try 6. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't say 5, I said... Oh no. Well, we know that's not right. Fantastic. I wanted to use the metal post on 6. Is there some more room you haven't been to that'll make him say this one looks just like the one? Very possibly Joe is here. Very possibly there is one, but I think I've been to all of them, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't. I only explored to the left. Maybe I have to explore to the right. But I thought it would just go around in a circle. Yeah, that's not right. Wow. Okay. I'm so sorry. So that's not the right window. Okay. We're gonna move to the. We were only moving to one direction, so maybe this is the problem. I thought it was a circle, because he comes back to the original place if you go to the left long enough. Oh, you know what? I even forgot to change my tag to this. It's too late now. It's too late. Joey's here is for you. Says, I get the feeling it is just random. You have to look at every window. See, this is one. This is the sword one. So I thought we were onto something here. See, and I thought maybe it had to do with inner versus outer. Like we can walk through some of these shelves, and so some of the shelf backgrounds have the gargoyles, the lions, and some of them don't. So I thought maybe that's a thing. And I can't go that way. And I can choose to walk through here or walk through this area. Where you don't see the stone lions in behind. So like there's definitely two tiers of this. But I feel like I've been to all of them. Quick peek at the diary again, of course. I will. I'm more than happy. Yeah, okay. Fantastic. Oh, you know, and we don't even need this thing anymore. Give me a second. Can I just hide that? Give me a second. I've got this. There. Okay, yeah, we can show the Grail Diary again. Okay. So here it is. And from the very beginning, we have Edenwaith, thank you for coming. I'm so sorry that this got so boring. I mean, not to say that the metal bucket was all that more interesting, but, you know. El Capitan West, yeah, came in on your title thinking this was y'all's game, but was really confused why it reminded me of Indiana Jones. Yeah, I'm so sorry, El Capitan West. Yeah, I didn't change my tag, and I'm gonna be ending my stream really soon, so I figured there's no point. So I'm so sorry for the confusion. We're just stuck in this game. I'm going through every. So there's this picture, Cup of Our Lord, Tree of Peace, would seem to imply that it is made of olive wood. The salver tray of silver and samite silken cloth of emerald, and identical with the 6 silver table and green cloth described by Chrétien and others. Logris is so like this. I don't think is it. Oh, Eating with You streamed this game and got stuck here. Well, so this is the next picture we have, which talks about silver is the foam of the sea, bright is the mirror of Bronwyn, fragrant is the flesh of Bladderweld. Oh, thanks, El Capino West. Thank you for being understanding. I hope you find what you're looking for. Next week, same time, same channel. Yeah, like some more research is going to be required. Because I'm not seeing a picture here that would indicate anything. See, we have these pictures, but they don't really look like the pictures we have on the screen. Uh-oh, this is a playthrough of the EGA version of the game. It seems like you're supposed to be able to look at the diary in-game. No way. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, ooh, I wonder what the... I wonder if it's a bug. Huh, thank you, Joe's here for... I will have to look at that. We will do some research. My gosh. Brutal. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm so sorry that 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 was kind of a disaster, but we'll try to get through it. In this playthrough, they do look diary and get a close up of a page. Oh, anyway, well, thank you for your understanding. I will look into this, um, and see if we can get any further than that. But thank you for coming to Crimson Tuesday. Thank you for um, joining me on this wonderful bucket journey. I'm pretty happy with the progress we made. Too bad that the progress we didn't make in the last crusade is kind of annoying me. But it's all part of the experience, Gomon-sama says. VGA versus EGA differences probably. Okay. It's such a shame because I really do want to play this game through in EGA mode. Because I want to see more of this amazing art. Like, I learn something new every time I look at EGA art. You know, it could be Last Half of Darkness, it could be Personal Nightmare. There's always something in there that I find valuable, and so I want to explore what EGA has to offer in other games. Did it get Crimson Tuesday? Katusa? Crimson Tuesday. Crumbs and Katusa. It is nice. It is fun to read the captions. Okay. Next week, we're not sure. Dan and I are not sure what we're going to do. There will be something. If Dan can't make it next week, there will be more Pixel Bucket. There will be more more of this. More Last Crusade. If we have to play the VGA, I'm not going to play it. I'm going to go to something else. Thank you, Gomon-sama, for coming. Thank you, all you guys, for coming. Thank you, Fractal Mind Mike, for gifting all those subs. That's wonderful. So nice. So nice, so nice, so nice. Thank you for your patience. See you next time. We'll figure something out. We'll play something. Yes, thank you, Pixel Bucket. Joe is here for you. Yeah, please enjoy either the rest of Hellraiser or something else. And I will try to look at the thing as well. That person 122, thank you for coming. Whew. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I almost forgot. Must find someone to raid. Who will we try? Who will we try? I'm taking suggestions. Of course, the first thing we look for every time is someone playing the Crimson Diamond. I guess El Capitan West was looking for that for maybe Crimson Diamond, unfortunately. The Crimson Diamond. One of these days, you guys. Nope. Let's see. We look for the Colonel's Bequest, of course, as well. And then, of course, I'm taking suggestions. We've met some really wonderful streamers by just rating people who are streaming adventure games. That's how we met RoboSpacer, who played the game last Saturday. So that was really, really cool to just get to know new people. Ryan is still on Black Cauldron. That's not too bad at all. So what do we have here? Let me look at what else I have. We did raid Ren last time. If I'm not mistaken. Fractal Mind Mike says, one day I'm going to take a Wednesday off. Here is Wednesday and stream Crimson Diamond, the quest and stuff. I will try my best, Fractal Mind Mike, to make it for that and just hang out and we can see all kinds of stuff. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm leaning toward Robot Spacer rated Robot Spacer streamed Crimson Diamond, so I feel like we should One good turn deserves another. Robot Spacer is streaming Gabriel Knight 3, Blood of the Sacred, Blood of the Damned. That might be nice. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's polygons. It actually reminds me of Alone in the Dark. Ooh. Gabriel Knight always welcome? Wow, this art is crazy. First of all, I'm kind of amazed and impressed at how fast the 3D terrain is. It's very pixely, which I almost kind of like. It's kind of like these really pixely textures. It looks like Wolfenstein 3D, but in VGA. Kima BG, yes, let's do it. Let's raid Robot Spacer. Oh, Joey's here for you. Says I played Gabriel Knight 3 with a friend only a couple years ago as a bizarre and ambitious thing. It looks bizarre and ambitious. Like these textures are wild. It's just kind of amazing to see them. It is pixel art. It looks very Minecrafty. Okay, we're gonna set that up to raid. Hold on. Let me try to do this properly. We're going to go to my own channel. I'm gonna try to raid directly from myself. Okay, so let's raid Robot Spacer. Great. Robot Spacer is a wonderful streamer. Again, yeah, streamed Crimson Diamond last weekend and made an incredible illustrated map of like the room setup for the upper level, and it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So we're gonna check in on Gabriel Knight 3, which does look fascinating. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Um, it was nice. I'm glad I did it. Just like trying to get out for a concert or trying to get out of the house to meet up with friends, pre-COVID, of course. Um, I get out here, and I'm always glad that I did. So, Sari-chan says, "Konbanwa, oyasumi nasai." Good night, Foggers Green. Good to see you. Sklo One, good to see you as well. It's a mess, but a great mystery story. I'm here for it. Good to see you guys. See you next week. See you next week. We're gonna do the raid. Oh, we don't have a raid message. Crimson Diamond Raiders be raiding as usual. Okay, later. Punch it.